Welcome to Neanderthal. They'll make you walk the line of passion and the divine. Neanderthal. They're gonna talk Neanderthal.
Boom, Sherlock, boom. You're pouring yourself a nice hard cider.
Yeah, man.
I should have got one of them. I'm going to have one.
Yeah, dog. They're good.
They are really good. It's been a while. I make a pretty mean cider.
Do you?
Yeah, I make beer and stuff, and I make a really good cider.
Man,
I should have made some.
I've always wanted to learn how to make beer. I've never done it.
Oh, really?
Nope.
That's what YouTube's about.
Yeah, YouTube's about finding out stuff, isn't it?
It's what I use it as like a university, like a free university. Like I really do.
Yeah.
I mean, I also use it for entertainment. Like when you came over here, you noticed I had some music videos going on. That was YouTube.
Yeah. You had some good stuff rocking.
It was all right. I've really been into music videos. Like, how old are you?
I'm 38.
Oh, wow. I'm 39. So
39?
we grew up in the same time, the MTV, BET, VH1 era,
Yep.
where you watch videos.
Top countdowns and everything.
Yeah. I forgot about them till recently.
Mm-hmm.
And so I listen to mainly hip hop. And so I listen to who I like, finding their videos. Woo!
Yeah, man.
Tyga's got some good videos, man.
Yeah. You know, I haven't really watched any Tyga stuff.
Oh man, there's what's that? Do
I
you like the
listen to 'em,
taste?
though.
You know, do you like the taste? That song.
Mm-hmm.
There is a. it's so yeah. It's so good. There's this chick on there twerking with just a nice fat ass. Of course. But she's got a big old, I hope it's not a real tattoo. Hopefully it's painted on, but it looks like a real tattoo of a tiger's head.
Oh.
On her whole, like, the left side of the tiger's on her left cheek, and the other's, and then she's twerking.
So it's moving, huh?
So the tiger's moving as her, yeah.
Oh, man. They come up with everything, man.
Yeah. I should introduce you. We just got it starting. Actually, this is Baron. Baron, we are introducing each other because I don't know you and you don't know me. Katrinka hooked us up. So
Yeah.
you want to introduce yourself to everybody
Yeah,
and
man.
to me?
I'm Baron Washington Jr., man. I'm very, very happy to be here, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. He was kind enough and brought me a goodie bag. I don't know what's this trend lately, but everybody's been bringing me stuff, and it's awesome. He wanted me to open it. I said I want to open it on camera. So what do we got here?
So
Modern Dealership Magazine.
Yep. So I told you a little bit about my first podcast.
Yeah.
So you're my second, man. I appreciate it. But the podcast that I did was published in Modern Dealership. And so I brought that for you, man.
Right there.
Yes,
The Joey
sir.
Little.
Yep, Joey Little, man.
That's the podcast he did, and he's got he must be big. He's
Yeah.
got an ad in a magazine.
Yeah, man. Auto Alert.
Wow.
So,
Nice. Okay, so we got that. That's dope.
Yeah. So it's a little bit about me, I guess.
50. Are these playing cards?
Yes, sir. Those
Nice.
are playing cards.
Nice. I play poker.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I live alone most times, so I can start playing solitaire now. Nice.
Nice. And
Oh, it's a Mustang.
they're
Okay.
Mustang, right?
Yeah, because you work for Ford.
Yes, sir.
Nice. And this, he's got this wrapped. This could be fragile.
All right. So this is just a little.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah, son, look at this.
So,
I got a nice cigar and this whiskey glass.
Yes, sir. So
Wow. That's too kind.
I don't know if you drink that kind of whiskey, but you know.
I drink everything.
All right.
I drink it all. I do like a good whiskey.
All right.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no, thank you. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just a guy with a podcast that is. I get lucky enough to talk to cool people,
Hey,
and here you are
yes, sir.
with your hustle hat on.
Hustle hat, baby. Hustle hat.
I wish I could wear that hat.
You could, man.
I can't. I've tried the flat bills. I wanted to have one so bad, and I went into the lid store. I tried everything on. Nothing looked good on me.
No?
Nothing.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know if it's my head or it's my face. I tried I grew up, I've always been a hat guy ever since. I mean, there's probably not a picture of me under the age of like 16 without wearing a hat. Always, usually Michael Jordan or Bulls hats,
Oh,
typically.
The Bulls.
And so I was trying a lot of Bulls hats on, and then I was like, all right, well, let me just try. Maybe it's the red, maybe it's the black. Let me try a Royals hat on. Everything flat billed, nothing. So I had to
Yeah.
go with the old school, cup it.
Well, honestly, that's how I normally wear my hats.
Well,
The cup bill, right? You
yeah.
fold just like a baseball player.
right.
Yep. But this is the first flat bill that I've ever rocked, and I don't know.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of people that can rock it like that. It looks good on you.
Thanks,
I'd
man.
keep it up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got your shirt, burn the boats and go all in.
Yeah.
What was that? I would say poker, but
Uh,
I have no. What does that mean?
well,
Burn the boats and go all in.
burn the boats and go all in. So, I work for Gary Crosley Ford.
Yeah.
My, tagline or Baron Drives Fords, all my handles. I have been in a sales hustlers group that is basically tailored for car salespeople. So what we're trying to do is
Sales hustlers group.
sales hustlers group.
Nice.
So man, they talk a lot about just creating who you want to be, creating your persona. But in order to do that, you have to go all in. You have to be willing to go and get it. And they talked about a Viking video or a movie where basically they voyaged over, and the people they were all hyped up to go, but once they got there, they wanted to go back, so they burned the boats, so they couldn't go back.
Yeah.
Right.
They there's another society that did that too. I think the Roman. No. Maybe it was the Romans, but I'm kind of dumb. I'm really dumb, but I do know some partial things. There was another. I think it was the Romans. Maybe it was the Genghis Khan, Mongols. But they would go to a village, and the phrase "burn." If you have bad blood with someone, you burn that bridge.
Burn the bridge. Yeah.
That saying we have it the wrong way. When they burned the bridges, it was so us fighting, we would go in there and we burn the bridges so we couldn't retreat.
Yep.
So nobody could retreat. So
Yeah.
you had to go in there.
You had
So
to go.
that's the same mentality.
Yeah, same moniker, right?
Wow.
Yep. So yeah, man, we're all a part of that group, and we're just trying to eradicate the negative stigmas of the car business. All right.
There is a negative, especially used car. You always
Yeah.
get the used car salesman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even new cars, man.
There is that stigma. Is it fair to still have that stigma?
Well,
I mean, like, is it fair?
well, I don't know, man. It's the perception of the person that's purchasing the vehicle, right? So, I believe that you as the salesperson has to create an experience where they don't feel that way, and then you have to work at a dealership that's willing to promote that persona as well, and go above and beyond and take care of the customer. But even when you do that, sometimes that's not even enough. So,
Yeah.
but have you ever had a good experience at a car dealership?
My mom used to sell cars. So I grew up around it for a few years. She sold Toyotas,
All right.
and so I was my first job was at that. My first legal job where I got a paycheck was at that Toyota dealership in Rapid City, South Dakota, being a car detailer. sucked. Oh, it sucked.
Very integral part of the car business,
Whew,
though.
it sucked. Yeah. So I know a little bit about it, but if you, I've only bought one car from a car dealership.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad experience, but I didn't love it. I felt when you're buying a car, I don't make a whole lot of money, so this is a big purchase for me. Um, I want the person that I'm buying it to understand this is a big decision, and if this is the first dealership I just went into, and this is the first car, hey, I have a couple on my list. I'd like to go. I know this is Ford, and I like the Ford Fusion a lot, but I'd like to go. I do want to at least compare it to a Dodge Challenger or something, or a Chevy something or other.
Sure.
Like because I have to drive this car every single day. I know you got to make your money, but for me, this is a big decision for me. I can't just fall in love with the first girl I meet.
Got to date a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I got to play the field a little bit, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
it
don't
happens.
discriminate. You know,
Yeah.
I'm, I like that rainbow.
Don't be a hater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I just purchased this one recently, within a couple of years. And I felt, we had another one we had lined up to go look at before we looked at this one, and well, he sold us. He did his thing. He was hustling,
Yeah.
and it just, I don't know. It wasn't a bad experience, but for my next vehicle, I wouldn't have been like, oh, I'm gonna find that dude and go for him again because he was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not-
Yeah.
Yeah,
And definitely the car business is about repeat and referrals. So
exactly.
you want to create that experience that you will think about me the next time, and you'll tell your mom, your dad,
Mhm.
your cousin, everybody about me.
Exactly, word of mouth.
And you create that by basically listening to what the customer tells you that they're looking for, right? You got to ask questions. You got to find out a little bit about them. You basically have to make a friend with them,
Right.
right? So a lot of what I do
You're
is,
doing like a podcast all the time.
hey, man,
Just let me try to get to know you a little bit.
just
here.
try to
Yeah,
get to know
just
you a
talk
little
to you.
bit, man. That's it, right?
You should have a podcast.
You think so?
You got the pipes for it. I mean, come on.
Man, I love your setup here, man.
Thanks, man.
It's-
I appreciate it.
It's pretty sweet.
Thank you very much.
I'm jealous.
No need to be jealous.
All I do, I got a selfie stick and my phone, man. That's it.
What more do you
We
need?
just go.
What more do you need? Like, really? I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen not a lot of your stuff, but I have seen like some of your videos after you just sell a
Mm.
car to someone and then you have like a quick little interview in there.
The-
That's really neat.
the
to do
Cloud
that.
Nine, the
Cloud9.
Cloud 9 Chronicles,
Yeah.
right?
When did you start that?
Man, so
It's on YouTube.
it's on YouTube. I got a lot of social media networks, right? So, my first car, I got into the car business. I've been 5.5 years now, working for Ford. So, came from the restaurant business,
Oh, okay.
right?
That makes sense.
And man, sold 15 cars my first month, and I just fell in love with it. So
That's a lot, isn't it?
yeah,
That's a lot.
a lot of units. But different dealerships have different philosophies on how they sell. So
Yeah. Well, that's why I was asking you, is it fair to still have that stigma about that car salesman? Like, I'm not saying you, obviously you're not, but do you see it in your industry that you can be like, come on, man, you're oh gosh, I'm having a brain fart.
What industry doesn't have a person that sucks or a person that's good in it, right?
Right.
You only hear about the negative. Like, when do you hear
Yeah.
about the positive and what good people do
Yeah.
in any industry, man?
It's rare.
It's rare. But if you have a
Negativity's-
bad
yeah.
experience, oh man, you want to tell everybody.
Yeah.
You want, oh man, I've been there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some people will take that to social media, where you definitely
Oh,
don't
that's
want
where
it,
it's a big, it's a big
Real
deal
quick.
there. Yeah.
right? So, I put myself out there, man. I'm on all the social media networks that I can be on. I'm not on Snapchat yet.
No.
No. But it's for me. It's hard to keep up, man.
Well, yeah. There
You know,
is everything out there.
Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
And I just told you about Twitch.
Instagram. Yep. Just told me about Twitch.
And then Twitch has an offshoot. It's called Discord.
Discord?
Yeah, it's like a chat thing. It's kind of like a mass text message type
Okay.
thing where like if I could have my own Discord channel, I could probably set it up tonight if I wanted to, and I could call it Neandertalk Podcast Discord channel. And people that follow me and listen to the podcast, all of them could get on there, and I could get on there, and they can just start texting. Hey, Ryan, how's it going today? I like the podcast. Oh, dude. And I can type back, and everybody sees it and reads it. It's like
Really?
yeah. And so it's like these little communities that you build where everybody can talk to each other. Like, because there might be like, I don't know, Frank in Minnesota and Jonathan in Florida that listen to my show. And then they start talking on this Discord channel and kind of like, oh, hey, did you hear when I don't know, Barron said we're talking about this or that, and
when
like,
Barron
oh,
drive floors.
yeah.
Man, it is crazy the power of social media. Like you said, like we're, you post something and a cat in Canada can see it, or Mexico can see it, or wherever. Man,
I got a couple of followers and people that enjoy the podcast from Australia.
Australia dudes are cool, man.
Yeah,
I'd love to go to Australia someday.
yeah. Everything kills you out there.
Yeah.
Everything.
The water especially, right?
No, everywhere. No, everything. The water's bad. The desert's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, there's spiders. There's snakes.
Oh man.
There's
kangaroos.
They'll people have been killed by kangaroos.
They'll
I bet.
punch you to death.
I think they kick you to death.
Yeah.
They balance on a big fat tail, and
Yeah.
then they just kick you.
Boom.
Did you see that video of the guy that punched the kangaroo?
No, I don't think you too?
Uh-huh.
I didn't see it.
It's been around for a few years. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's such a classic. It is so I don't know what, I think the kangaroo is messing with this guy's dog or something, and he's like a redneck kind of guy.
Oh,
Like that's
yeah.
what I think. But he's an
Yeah, yeah.
Australian redneck, but like, you know, the American, I don't know. So he comes strutting up to this thing, looks it up and down, and then just right hooks him right in the face of the kangaroo.
Oh, dang. That's crazy.
And kangaroo didn't really do nothing, just kind of like, and then
Shook
he
it
got,
off.
yeah, he shook it off, and the guy was like, and then walked back.
Oh, wow. Did that go viral?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, man. I got to check it out.
I'll have to send you the link.
You're enlightening me.
I don't know if it's enlightenment, but it'll be entertaining.
Yeah, man. That's cool. I have
Yeah.
to check it out.
You said something earlier about this group, this hustle group that you got, that you said it kind of helps you like reinvent yourself, kind of.
Yeah, man.
So you're 38. How
Mhm.
hard is that to reinvent yourself at 38?
It's pretty hard.
Yeah, I bet.
You have to make a commitment to do it, right?
Yeah, burn all the boats and go all in.
Burn all the boats and go all in. So I told you I came from the service industry and got into the car business
Mm-hmm.
and just been crossed over a year now at Gary Crosley Ford. So had to learn about promoting myself, via social media, via branding,
Yeah.
things like that. So fast forward to a year later, learning a lot, just trial and error, what works, what doesn't work.
As far as what, branding yourself?
Branding yourself, doing videos.
Yeah. What's working? What's working right now? Like what's hot?
Live. So going live on Facebook.
On Facebook's, is that still like the number one spot?
Yeah, for me, it is.
Uh-huh.
I think some people find it really depends on the person.
It's got the biggest audience.
It's got the biggest audience.
It's probably got the demographic that has the means can get a car.
Yeah.
I guess.
And
I don't know why I think that.
they're always changing stuff, so you have to be constantly learning different things that way too. But going live, just putting yourself out there, being real with people, and sharing that helps eradicate some of the negative stigmas that you talked about.
Right.
But the group that I'm in, Sales Hustlers, is I want to say, if not 12,000 strong, it's like 11,000 people, and these are car guys all over the United States.
Okay.
So some guys are in Australia.
So this
some
ain't
are
like
in
a tall
Florida.
little. This ain't like a little group. This is a big old community, like a giant community.
Yeah, man, and we're just in there.
In there to help each other out.
Help each other out. So Chevy, Ford, BMW, it doesn't matter. It's everybody.
If you're a dealer,
yeah,
we're all in this together.
Yep. You got to be in
It's
the car
all
business.
the same job.
Yep. Got to be in the car business. So you can be a general manager, owner, whatever.
Yeah.
Any questions you got, anything that you guys are running into, hey man, this is what happened with me. What did you do? So just an information community of real life, real time stuff that's going on. And
is it like a message board community type thing? Like, how are you guys all helping each other out?
Well, you can do videos. You can post videos in there.
But you guys have like a website, a centralized website you guys all go to, or
it's a closed Facebook group.
Okay.
Sales Hustlers.
Okay.
And but you have to be in the car business,
right?
You can't be a vendor, or, anything like that.
Right.
You got to be in the business.
Yeah.
But we just got through at where I got this shirt, right? So went to man, this year's been crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Good crazy?
Good crazy, bad crazy. Anytime you make change, there's going to be, of course, the euphoria of trying something new, or the scariness
that burns quick,
right? And then reality sets in.
Yeah, the euphoria burns off real quick. Yeah,
right. And then that's when you got to start grinding. You got to start hustling. You got to start trying things,
right,
to figure out where it is that you're going. And so for me, man, I wasn't even on Facebook. I wasn't on any social media platform whatsoever until 2013.
Ooh, that is late. Not even MySpace?
Not even MySpace.
Come on.
I got no space, man.
Really?
No, sir.
Was that, why? Like, what's your reasoning?
That's
a great, I wish I could say that. I wish I could say that. Oh my gosh, we could get into that.
Well, I used to do a lot of crazy things when I was young, so it was probably good that I wasn't on any of these platforms to have proof that I did crazy stuff.
We're the same age. I did some look. Had this shit been around when we were real young, like 19, I would probably be in prison.
Right.
I don't know how I would have handled it.
Yeah.
But it didn't really come around for us until we were probably 27, 8. Like if was kind of like the first kind of thing.
I wasn't.
So you probably would have. I don't know.
I you know what I said, man? I said if I needed to
it
talk
wasn't
to
for
you,
everybody, yeah.
I'd call you on the phone, man.
Yeah.
And if I don't have your number, then we don't need to talk.
No, I think that's cool. I've always been into kind of techie type stuff, and so when that came around, I was like, yeah, of course, I'm jumping in.
I wish, because sometimes that's what you have to do: jump in, man, and learn. It's cutting edge. It's forever changing. There's always the next iPhone, right? The next better video game, the next better Madden.
Right.
How cool can this stuff get?
Yeah.
And when you don't sometimes jump on that, you're late to the party.
Which you are.
Well, I'm way late to the
party. So you got to really just kind of
go all in.
Yeah.
So, I started doing videos because of the guy that got me started, Sean Hayes, right? I came across a video on Facebook, and he was a salesperson down in St. Augustine, Florida. And he did videos every day. Just, he wasn't on social media.
Yeah.
And he started it. And I was like, oh, wow, this dude's got something pretty cool to say. He cares about the customer.
Yeah.
I could learn something from this guy.
Oh, cool.
And
that's awesome.
He started Sales Hustlers. Him, Dave Benson, started Sales Hustlers, the group on Facebook. And then they held a convention here last month in Orlando. I
saw your video of that. That was cool.
Dude, we stayed in the fattest houses down there. It was crazy.
That looked fun. How long did you go for?
I went for 3 days. My wife and I, we went for 3 days, and I was in sales conference, and she was just chilling in the house, and then we'd go out. So we'd be in the conferences all day learning. Got to meet Eric Thomas. Got to meet some great motivational speakers there, but probably slept a total of 10 hours. In 3
You know what
days.
I want to ask you so bad?
What's that?
How much cocaine was in that room? I just
None,
think
man.
I'm not saying you personally.
Yeah.
I'm saying car dealers in Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, Miami's kind of probably not that far from there.
You
I
know?
don't know. I associate cocaine and car
Cocaine and
dealers.
car deals.
So I imagine all
And
these
booze.
hustlers just,
Yeah.
after parties just blowing rails like the size of King Kong's finger. I don't know. Not you. You had your wife. You probably had a nice wholesome time there. But
Yeah.
I'm sure there was some of the other. I'm stereotyping.
This group,
Hate me.
right? That's the initial. I think back in the your 60s,
Like I said,
70s car dealer.
My mom was a dealer in the, I guess that would have been the mid 90s.
Mid 90s.
And there was this dude there. Hot Rod. He called himself Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
His name was Rod. He called him Hot Rod.
Yeah.
And he got out of prison because I think he was a coke dealer.
Oh wow,
And he was just you could tell.
dude.
You could tell that dude was a little sketchy and just.
You can come from any background and make it in the car business, man. That's what's great about it, right?
Well, that's just the hustle. That's
the hustle.
the DNA. The hustle is in DNA.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
And I believe there are just certain people of every single kind of background you can even imagine that have some of that hustle in that DNA.
Yep.
You see it from drug dealers to moonshine runners, to car dealers, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
anyone trying to hustle.
Bill Gates, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Where did he start?
In a garage.
In the garage
Yeah,
with an idea
yeah. It's
and,
just
and a few people that bought in. And
I wish.
everybody,
Yeah.
oh, that won't work.
I
Now look.
yeah. I wish I had that in my DNA. I don't. I really think it is specifically in some people where you can just see they've just got that drive of just bam, like I don't care. I'm burning all the boats, going all in. I am hustling, just grinding, getting it. Like I can grind and I can work hard,
Yeah.
but I don't have like that salesman hustle, like that get after it, like hustle, like
You know what I found, man? I don't sell anything.
yeah,
I just sell myself,
yeah,
and that's all you ever have to do, right?
right,
The consumer
If you believe in
already
yourself.
knows what they want. They already know what they want.
yeah.
You just have to assist them in the sale. That's my personal belief,
Okay.
right? And it's easy. You're doing it though, right? You're here. You created your show, your podcast.
Yeah.
You're starting it.
I am trying.
You're putting 1 foot forward.
I don't believe to be a hustler you have to have it in your DNA. I think you can work like
You can
anything
learn it.
else. Like anything else, you can learn it. You can work on it. I think it
Absolutely.
is a skill that can be learned. But like a really good basketball player, they just have that gift. It's in. You know what I mean? They have
Like
that
Michael
gift.
Jordan
But anyone that makes it even
into
like,
the NBA.
no, even like a scholarship in even a junior college, they've
Yeah.
got something.
They've got
Like they've got it in their DNA where they're just naturally good at that.
Mm-hmm.
But then you do have a few of those other people that don't have it, but they work super, super hard and they can learn that skill. I think hustling can kind of like that. So I'm trying to acquire that skill. But I think if you don't have it in your DNA, as I'm saying, it's just a lot harder to learn. But
Sure.
maybe that's just my excuse.
Hey, we all got opinions, right?
Yeah, I've got a million opinions.
Nice.
Which is why I should actually stay off of social media. Social media is not good for me.
Well,
It's not.
Yeah. Well, you should be who you are, man. I mean, I think that's a big thing about it too. You just put yourself out there and be real, and
Yeah.
that's what's great about this Sales Hustlers group that I'm in. So we all are doing video, so we're all getting to see what others are doing,
You're all learning from each
learning
other,
from
right?
each other, seeing, you know, what's working, what's not. And we all met down in Orlando, man. So I'd say there was probably, I'd say 400 to 500 people that ended up turning out for it. And
The dedicated ones.
the dedicated ones.
The hustlers, the 1% of the hustlers.
Yeah, right. So, and maybe not everyone could afford to go. You know what I mean?
Because
So
they're not hustling hard enough.
they're not hustling hard enough.
It's their own fault.
But it's a tough industry, man. It really is, and
Yeah.
you know, there's not as much money as people may think that you make off of a car deal. They think you're, you know, getting your head knocked off, and people are hustling you and cheating you out of your hard-earned money, because it is your hard-earned money. It's a major decision. The second, you know, one of the largest besides buying a home.
Right.
You're investing 5-6 years into a automobile that depreciates, that, you know, but it's a necessary evil for you to everyday life.
I know. I wish I had a nice car.
So,
Yeah.
but these people were the same people that you saw on social media. You know, they're the same people that care about their customer and care about giving that experience. And like I told you, man, it's 11,000 strong that are a part of this group, and trying to change the way that people view the car business, because, you know, the process, I think, is one that, you know, may take a little long. You know what I mean? No one really wants to go hang out at the dealership all day, but you don't want to make a rash decision either and be tied to something that for the next 5 years, you know, so without loving it, man.
Yeah.
You know? But, yeah, I just try to create that experience for everybody and get to know them and be a friend to them, man.
Do you make friends with your coworkers? Like, is that hard?
No.
I just mean because you guys are you guys competing against each other? You know what I mean?
You know, yeah, right. So I've played sports my whole life. Started at 5 years old.
Okay.
You know, always being a part of competing.
Right.
I mean, you're always really competing, you know, for everything, I think, in life is, you know, attention.
For athletes,
For
athletes, I think we just have that natural competitive drive. That's why we were athletes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the same in the car business, but
big time.
I think it's really all about, you know, you have to care about people, though, right? Of course you want to be the top guy and you want to sell the most cars, but it takes time in this business. It isn't. It's like being a farmer. You got to plant the seeds, and then, you know, wait for the harvest to come.
What a really cool way to look at it.
Right, and you know, sometimes you think it's gonna come easy, man. Oh yeah, I'm in the car business. I'm gonna sell a lot of cars, and it don't work that way. You have to build trust with your clients, and they have to tell people about you, and you have to call people on the phone and
cold call,
or just not cold call so much anymore, but you know, when you're a new salesperson in the dealership, there's orphan people, because people come and go in the car business. So customers that they may have sold, hey man, your guy's not here anymore, your girl's not here anymore.
Okay,
I'm here for you if you need anything.
Yeah.
If you need an oil change, call me.
Okay.
You know.
Nice.
Whatever. If you have questions, call me. You know. So you have that opportunity to build business that way.
Yeah.
But there's definitely something more powerful about repeat and referral, because if your mom says, hey, this guy was cool.
Yeah.
He took care of me. Go see him.
That's a huge compliment.
Right?
Huge compliment.
So that's the way you have to look at being in this business if you're going to be in this business.
Right.
So
you just make friends with even the coworkers, like, even though we're
yeah, because
I don't know, because sometimes, like, I don't know if it was like a solo sport where you're like,
like golf. Or,
no,
but even
man.
the golf needs a caddy, right, to see.
Yeah, but you're paying the caddy.
Yeah, you still need them.
Yeah, but you're not competing against him. You're competing against the other golfers.
That's true. That's
yeah,
true.
would you be making friends with other golfers? I guess you would.
Yeah,
why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
Be
man?
nice.
You know,
What does that say about me? Oh
Yeah,
man.
you don't want to be selfish with the information, right? You should want everybody to prosper and do good. So
Yeah.
it's going to come around. There's going to be times where you're busy and you may need that coworker to help you out in the situation.
Yeah. The tide rises all boats.
Yeah, man. So I was a military. I grew up military.
Yeah. Oh yes. Army. You said.
Army. Yeah, my dad's 20 years in the military.
Nice.
Joined when he was 18. Retired at 38. Got a second job, but I was always the new guy.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Me too. I grew up in the military. I was always the new guy.
Yeah.
Did you like being the new guy?
Growing up, it sucked.
It did.
Yeah, man, because you'd make friends and then all of a sudden, boom, you're gone. Right. But I was fortunate enough to where when I was the new guy, people were friendly and brought me along in the situation. So it didn't make it as hard, once you got there. But of course, once you were leaving, your friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
To go to the unknown.
I liked that. I'm an adventurer. I love.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, get me out of here. I'm ready for the next spot. I
Yeah.
can't wait. I liked being the new guy.
Right.
I liked it. Fucking stupid. I'll tell you why I liked it. Oh. I liked it because the girls always thought the new guy was hot.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean,
there's something intriguing about
yeah.
the new guy.
Oh, the new. I mean, if
you
it's
gotta
like,
learn.
Especially if it's like in a smaller town where they're growing up with the same douchebags they've known their entire life, all come this new dude from wherever he came from. He's a little interesting. He's new.
Yeah.
Check him out.
Let's see what he's got going on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what.
You're like a bald eagle. Rare.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Where all did you live?
So
Growing up, yeah.
Born in Panama. Lived in Germany. One of my sisters was born there.
Oh, so you had some cool adventures.
Augusta was there when Tiger Woods won his first jacket.
You were there?
Yep. Didn't
Wow.
go. Wasn't at the Masters, but we lived in Augusta.
Okay. Wow.
And then Atlanta, down where my dad retired down there. Riverdale, Georgia. Grew up there. Graduated Jonesboro High School, baby. The Cardinals. Yep. Down there.
Shout out to them.
Shout out, baby. And then been here in good old Missouri, man.
Wait a minute. So he retired in Atlanta,
Yeah, my dad's still down there.
and that's where you.
Fort McPherson, yeah, my high school
What happened when you were
days.
like? When did you leave? When did you leave the nest?
So I ventured off to college for about a
Okay.
year and a half.
Okay.
Class of 98. I was Jonesboro High School, class of 98. So went off to college
That
in
was class of 98.
99. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah. And then went to school, Tuscum College there in Greenville, Tennessee. Got redshirted my freshman year and came back
Would you play?
fullback.
Okay.
Yep. Fullback. I played mostly the bench, though.
That's an underappreciated
right?
position, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Like they don't get any glory, but they do like that grunt work.
You practice.
Who was the dude on the Chiefs that was the badass fullback before he got traded? He was like, was he Larry Johnson's fullback?
Oh, gosh.
There was like one.
Number 49.
I'm not a huge Chiefs fan. I just remember we had a really good fullback.
Yeah. For a long time.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah,
I know who you're talking
underappreciated position. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's the thing of the past now because everybody's going that run and gun.
Yep.
By the way, the Chiefs are rocking it right now. Patrick Mahomes is the truth, man.
You know.
He's the truth, man.
You know.
I wasn't a
Hey.
believer, right?
Hey.
I'll be the first to tell you, I wasn't a believer, and my wife will attest to this. So I live in St. Joe, and training camp is there.
Oh yeah.
So I've been going to training camp ever since they started. I'm a football junkie. I love it. I can't get enough of it. But I go there, and Alex Smith, he won games. He was
He's no good.
he was a serviceable.
No, he was
QB.
just a dude.
He won games.
He's just
though.
a dude.
He won games though,
Eh,
right?
The
But
system won games. He
no,
was just anybody could have played.
He won games.
Anybody could have done what Alex Smith did.
Look what Look what he's doing in the Redskins right now.
Exactly, nothing.
They're winning, but
he's not anything. He's a normal quarterback.
but he's not Patrick Mahomes. So
Exactly.
I grew up Dan Marino,
Okay.
Peyton Manning,
Yeah.
And you know, after that, for me, quarterback's the man. So I went to training camp and I saw Patrick Mahomes. He was just handing the ball off, and you know, he wasn't really impressing me.
Right.
And so I went home. I told my wife, I said, "Man, I just don't know. They traded him. They traded Alex Smith, you know, for the unknown. And then game one, man, he comes out like gangbuster, dog.
Yeah.
He comes out like gangbuster." And I said, he's gonna be like Brett Favre, like how Brett Favre was. Brett Favre would gunslinger. He'd make amazing plays.
He didn't care if he made an interception, whatever. I'll get it back.
Yeah. He'd throw 8 interceptions. And he'd think, I'm going to win the next one to win.
Brett Favre was great, man.
Yeah.
What a great.
My wife doesn't like Brett Favre.
You know, how about now? Does she like him now?
You know.
Can she look back and be like, you know what? I appreciate him. I don't maybe like him, but I appreciate his greatness. Like his.
Well, she's always a diehard Chief, right? So she grew up here. She's from here. That's, you know, it.
But
right?
you don't have to hate the Packers if you're a Chiefs fan.
You don't. But I don't think she watched a lot of those games. But it was the indecision of him in the end, right? He wanted it. He wanted to go. I want to be back. I want to retire.
You know, you can't blame him for that.
Yeah.
You can't blame that. As we were just talking, the competitiveness. If you are just super competitive and you're an athlete and you're at the end of your rope, this dude wasn't an Alex Smith. That guy, no one cares about Alex Smith once he's gone.
He was
like
Superman.
he's just another quarterback. You know what I mean? He's just another.
Never missed a game.
But you know what I mean? But nobody's gonna care about him.
Yeah.
He's not. He doesn't have that level, that high status that Brett Favre had. You know what I mean?
Steve Young.
Steve
Joe
Young, Montana, Dan Marino, as you were saying.
Dan Marino. And he never won one, man. I felt sorry for him for that.
Yeah.
He was a great quarterback.
But when you're at that level, that pinnacle level that Brett Favre was, and you come to the realization, oh my gosh, I am old, and should I retire, should I not? I don't want to give this up.
Yeah.
I can still do it. I can still be better than an Alex Smith.
Mm-hmm.
I can still be serviceable. And I'm Brett Favre. I don't want to give it up. But then he wakes up the next day on a Monday and like, I got to give this up, man. Why do I do it?
I'm 40 years old.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
And then by Thursday, he's like, wait, I can still do And so, like, you can see why you can't blame him for the waffling.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I mean, for any top athlete, it's super hard for them to come with grips. Like, what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
I've been at the top, competing at the highest level, and then you'd get scared.
Mm-hmm.
I would get scared.
Oh,
what am I gonna do now? What does my life mean? Money's not an issue. They don't care about the money. But he's like, what am I gonna do now?
What's that next?
Now what he's doing Wrangler jean commercials.
What's my next adrenaline rush gonna be?
Yeah, probably. I mean, there's probably nothing greater than that first snap. Like
winning the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah.
Watching that confetti rain down on you. Yeah.
Do you have any big games in high school or college or anything?
No, man. Unfortunately, the biggest season we ever had when I played there, football-wise, was we went to the playoffs. We went like 7-3, I want to say, that year. Biggest thing we had ever accomplished at that time in that school. And went to the playoffs and got our butts kicked, man. It was crazy.
You can cuss. It's okay.
we got our butts kicked, man. We got our butts kicked.
It's the internet.
Yeah. And then I wrestled, man. So I won county.
Oh, you wrestled too?
Yeah. So my senior year.
You are just a death machine. Look at you.
Hey, man, I do have a confession. I got to use the restroom.
Yes. That is awesome. That is awesome. You don't know how good that makes me feel. No guest has ever done that, but I do it every episode. Go piss, man. Right across the hall. Open the door right across the hall, man.
Sorry, man.
Don't be. I'm happy that you're doing it. Trust me. I think, I'll hold court here for a minute. Yeah, that's hilarious. So everybody, I'm going to be real fucking honest with you. You like these deep, dulcet tones. All right, I'm just messing around. I was talking to somebody this morning, and this person had said, who's your podcast guest? What is your subject matter? And I said, honestly, I don't know. I don't ever really know. I have an idea when it comes to the guest, what we're kind of going to talk about. But I don't ever really know. But I said, with this one, I really don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything about Baron. I go, he was referred to me by Katrinka, which you guys, if you guys haven't checked out the episode with Just Katrinka, musician, stand-up comic, really cool chick, really great episode, super smart, super funny. That was a fun time. She knows Baron. Baron drives Ford, as he goes by. And she said that, hey, check this guy out. I think you would like him. I think you guys would have a good time on the podcast. And so, sure enough, I hit him up. I said, hey, man, Katrinka said you would be receptive to being on a podcast. He's like, oh, yeah, what's up? And so we're just kind of talking. And hold on, let me take a drink of my, tell you what we're drinking on here. If anybody wants, if any alcohol vendors would like to, sponsor the podcast, hit me up. Right now, Free State Beer. Free State Brewing Company. They're out of Kansas, Lawrence, Kansas. I'm drinking on their oatmeal stout. I drink it every time. This is stout season. If you are a, go ahead. Yeah. Hit your, get them back on.
Left side, right?
Yeah, you're good. You're not a beer drinker at all?
Well, these days I try to watch my calories thanks to my wife. I want to live to be old.
Really? How old?
I'd like to hit 100, man.
Really?
Yeah. Hopefully I still walk and everything and still coherent, but
right,
I'd love to live to be that old.
We'll get there. We've got technology.
I drink that weak beer now, that Michelob Ultra.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's good for your it's low calories.
Yeah.
I can't do it, but good on you. But look at me, I'm skinny as a rail.
You are, man. I'm jealous.
Don't.
I'm always trying to lose weight.
Yeah, I'm always trying to gain
down.
weight.
We should trade.
Not trade. Let's just give me some of what you got.
Hey, I need to get rid of it, man.
That's what I'm saying. That would be perfect. We can come up with a perfect combination. We'd be soccer was my, because as we were just talking about my size.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 5'11", 170 pounds. Kind of been about that most of my life. That kind of restricts you to not very many sports.
Doug Flutie.
No way. He was 5'11", 170.
He was.
No way.
He might have been 5'8". We should Google that.
I know his height wasn't, but he was probably stouter. I mean, like, look at like Maurice Jones-Drew.
I don't think.
What was he?
5'6",
220 or something?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He had some big thighs, but.
Yeah, he did.
Doug Flutie was tiny.
He wasn't my tiny size. I'm tiny, dude.
We'll have to look.
No, I'm tiny.
Rudy.
So anyway, so soccer was my jam, and I was
What position?
super fast. Forward. I was I tried the Army for a minute.
Yeah.
And I got the nickname of White Lightning.
Quick.
We got bored. You get bored. You get downtime in basic training. You get bored. I raced everybody. I was faster than everybody.
Nice.
Everybody.
White Lightning.
White Lightning. Of course, all the black guys were pretty fast too. They were the fastest, except for me.
Except for you.
Except for me. That's why I got White Lightning.
White Lightning.
Yeah.
Man.
Like,
yeah.
This white dude is fucking fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was super fast.
Did you wrestle?
I regret not wrestling. I really regret it. I had the wrestling coach wanted me to wrestle really bad, and it was at the same time basketball was going on. And as I said earlier, I was a big Michael Jordan fan. I had posters. I wore 23 every. I was Michael Jordan. I wanted to be Mike.
Everybody wanted to be. Like
I
Mike.
wanted to be like Mike.
I want to be like Mike.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, man.
So it was at the same time, and that was also at the time. I think wrestling was introduced at probably 6th or 7th grade. It's like middle school to me.
Okay.
And that's at the same age when puberty's going on, and it was at the same time. Anyway, so we got into battles like, we were the pumpkin pushers. the basketball players, and then we had battles with the wrestlers, and we just thought, oh, they're a bunch of fags wearing these onesies wrestling with each other. And you can say fags because it was in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's how it was for me in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Was like these dudes when you're, I don't know how old you are when you're in like 6th or 7th grade, 13, 14, when you had puberty for a little bit, but you've got the insecurity, and you just have that, oh, why are these guys wrestling each other, grabbing each other? You know what I mean? It's so
Yeah.
immature and stupid.
Where'd you go to school?
A military brat, so I went to a couple different places.
Oh, yeah,
This particular place was in South Dakota,
Okay.
which probably would have been a really good wrestling place because that's what they do.
Yeah.
Because it is all white people. They're not going to have a good basketball team. They
Corn
wrestle.
fed.
Yeah, they wrestle.
The big
Wrestling's
boys.
big out there.
Yeah, Iowa's pretty good.
Yeah, well, obviously they're
Yeah.
yeah. So but looking back on it, I loved WWF, loved it.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Ooh, the stunner.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
yeah.
Man, dude, wrestling was big in our college dorm room every Monday night Raw.
Yeah.
Razor Ramon.
Yep. Diesel.
Diesel. Yeah.
The Rock.
The Rock.
I hated
the
The
People's
Rock.
Champion.
The People's Elbow.
The
The People's
People's
Eyebrow.
Yeah, man.
You Rudy Poo candy
Candy
ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was at Owen Hart's death.
Oh, were you, man?
Were
you
you-
fell out of the rafters.
Yeah. Were you not there?
I wasn't there.
How come?
I never went to a live event. I always watched on TV.
Oh, but
Always.
wait a minute. Okay. You weren't in Kansas City yet, were you?
No.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
I was in Kansas. That was
That
here.
was here?
Owen Hart's
Okay.
was at Kemper
I
Arena.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew he died in the rafters, but
Kemper Arena, Kansas City. I was
Yeah.
there.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Man.
The show went on.
The show went on.
Showing on. That was a interesting night. Yeah.
Man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I love the Bret Hitman Hart, man, the sharpshooter. I used to do that. I used to put my sister in that move when we were younger.
Right. Everybody had. I had a brother that was a year and a half younger than me.
Yeah.
One of my favorite moves was the figure four.
Oh yeah, man.
You could. That figure four actually works.
Yeah.
Like if they let you do it, you can mess somebody up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
But yeah, I wished I had. So back on where we were going, I would wrestle people in gym class because I liked because I was strong
Mhm.
and so I liked it, but I do regret not getting that discipline because wrestlers are the most disciplined people, and when you do it at such a young age, it carries on for the rest of your life, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't have the discipline I wish that I had. I wish I was more disciplined. I
Yeah.
really try. Like one of the things I do that I'm disciplined about, which is so stupid, but I've been really good. Baby steps, right?
Yeah, man.
I make my bed every morning.
Hey, gotta crawl before you can walk.
Yeah, I've been crawling for a long time. I need to start furniture cruising or something.
It's something, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you talk about wrestling early. I didn't want to wrestle because I didn't want to wear the singlet, right? So
Right.
I played in high school football. Got cut from the basketball team and the baseball team in ninth
Cut?
grade. Cut.
How come? You
Never
just weren't
tried
that
out
good,
again.
huh?
You know, at that time I thought it was a good old boys club, but you know, maybe I just didn't practice hard enough. You know, I didn't pursue it, so I never tried out again. I ended up joining track, which I didn't run. I threw the shot in the discus.
Oh, really?
Yep. But my senior year for wrestling was with track season in Georgia, so like we didn't have it in middle school there.
Really?
And decided I wanted to be in the best shape of my life to go play football, you know.
In high school, you said
after
that?
high school,
Yeah.
you know, my senior year to get in shape. So I thought I'd be in shape coming from football to wrestling. Not even close.
Right. Right. Those wrestlers on a whole nother
a
level.
whole nother level, man.
I mean, they're wearing trash bags and sitting in a sauna and then running like a mile.
yeah. So
Yeah.
fortunately for me, though, I wrestled heavyweight. So
Yeah.
I was 225, and most of the guys, I think it went up to like 285,
Whoa.
300 or something like that.
How many of those are in high school?
There was quite a few, man.
Like 300.
Maybe
I don't mean heavyweight.
maybe like 285. You know, there were.
What were you? 225.
225. But
You
I
were
didn't
at the
want
low end.
I didn't want to cut weight to get to 215.
Really?
So yeah.
What's
nah.
10 pounds? When you're 225, what's 10 pounds?
Yeah,
Well, that wasn't solid muscle at at that age. Was
I
it?
was pretty lean there.
You didn't have
Um,
10 pounds of
I probably did, but
water?
I loved to eat like whole pizza back at that time.
I would think
Whole pizzas.
like that you were like the perfect weight to be like I have to cut down because you would
to
be
go to that, right?
because you would be the biggest 215
I
there
just
is
thought,
or whatever.
yeah, no, I just thought that I'd be quicker than all the other guys.
Okay, I like that. I like that. I
Yeah.
like that too. I like that.
Yeah. And my favorite move was the arm drag, man. So I'd arm drag them to a double leg takedown,
Wow.
and ended up winning county and area. And then
That's big.
fourth and state.
Wherever you're at,
my
fourth
senior
and
year.
state.
Yeah,
Wow.
my senior year.
Wow. Wow.
So if I'd wrestled,
Congratulations,
you
man.
know, earlier, I think it, like you said, the discipline,
Yeah.
the learning, and all the, it just would have been that
Well, yeah,
much
it's just
better.
3 or 4 more years of
Yeah.
experience.
Practice.
Yeah.
Experience is the best teacher, man.
Yeah.
In anything.
Well, it was until YouTube was invented.
Yeah. So, man, I'm late to the party in YouTube, right? So
Me too, man.
back to like Facebook, that's what I've been promoting and stuff, but I've been doing YouTube for about as long as I've done Facebook. And content for Facebook is different than the content that you want to put on YouTube.
How come?
YouTube's more about how to do this, how to do that.
Oh no, I think YouTube's everything.
Yeah.
Everything. I just got back from a hunting trip the
Yeah.
other day. I spent like 7 or 8 days in the woods in the middle of nowhere.
Catch anything?
I killed something.
Some deer?
I killed a deer.
You make deer jerky?
I make all kinds of things.
Sweet.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe I need some of that
Yeah,
when it goes down.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll get you hooked up. Don't worry. Where was I going?
Sorry, man.
No,
You got me excited.
I know, no, but
I don't hunt, but I appreciate people that do.
yeah, I'm a bow hunter. Wow, gosh darn it.
Sorry.
It's not your fault. The truth, 100% truth, is I forgot where I was going before you even asked me if I got anything. What was your question? What were we talking about before that?
I thought we were talking about you just got back from yours.
Before that.
Um,
Yeah, I've had a couple beers, people.
Yeah.
I've had nothing
it's
to
that woodchucks. Oh, you haven't even had it yet. You got the stout. That stuff's pretty potent, isn't it?
I mean, alcohol-wise, it's the same. It's the same as yours.
Is it? All right.
It just tastes like coffee. Like coffee. If you like coffee, you would like this. Do you like coffee? But you'd have to like black coffee.
If
You like black coffee?
My wife loves black coffee. She
She's
drinks
like
it every
this.
day. I start the pot for her when I can, if I wake up before she does. But if I have coffee, it has to have cream and sugar in it. And I don't drink coffee usually, though.
All right. Well, it's not your thing, so you might not like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
I
it
wish
tastes
I
like
could
oatmeal
remember.
cookies,
No, it doesn't taste
I'd
like.
be all about that.
Yeah. This. That would probably not be good for your Michelob Ultra diet that you're on.
No.
This stuff, yeah. This is it's got a lot of calories in it.
Yeah.
We're talking wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling.
Okay, so like I said about my podcast that I always have to pee. The other thing I always do is I always forget. I'll talk about something and then I'll forget what I was talking about.
And then you remember it later?
No, I don't remember. I completely forget. This is a case in point right here. Perfect example of we were on a subject and then I got sidetracked and completely forgot. I had something pretty decent I wanted
Pretty
to say.
profound.
No, not profound. I
No.
haven't said anything profound on this podcast in probably a long time. It's all about just
I
having a
doubt
good
that.
time,
I
man.
doubt that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It depends on your definition of profound.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the transition from
Oh
I
yeah,
guess not.
YouTube, right? Weren't we talking about YouTube and how
yeah,
it's the go-to
yeah,
information?
yeah, and yeah, there's
and then
every
your trip.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, yeah, YouTube's got everything. It's not just how-tos. There's so many good things on there. Like I use it for entertainment. Watching, like I said, the rap videos.
Yeah.
I watch hunting videos. There's just a lot of good stuff that's not how-to. That's a big part. That's a really big part. I do love using it as a college,
Yeah.
as a school.
Like you said earlier.
Like I learned how to change my serpentine belt in my truck.
Mm.
And I don't know anything about vehicles. I really don't. And I figured that out on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like I can change my oil. Like
I
that
can
was the
do that,
extent
yeah.
of what I could do.
Yeah, that's about all I can do.
You know, there's
Oil
those.
and change tires.
Yeah, that's what I can do. Like, but there's those guys that can lift up a hood. Like, oh yeah, your head gasket is blah blah blah. Or
My father-in-law, he's a mechanic.
yeah, those
I'm
people.
lucky.
Yeah. Oh, you are lucky. Yeah, it's good to know one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You want another one?
Yeah, I'll take another.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, but so if you're not a mechanic, there are certain things you can just learn on YouTube, like when it comes to that. But yeah, YouTube's great. You can learn. It's more than just the how-to videos.
Yeah, I guess
And so I think,
you can do that, but like, so as far as what I've been doing,
yeah,
just posting the videos sharing them from Facebook to YouTube just
Perfect.
hasn't gotten the engagement, that I would like on YouTube, right?
YouTube is a hard nut to crack. It is a hard nut to crack.
Yeah.
I haven't figured it out. YouTube's not. I don't think it's like the best place for podcasts. Like podcasts are meant to be on the go, on your phone, audio only. The only reason why I do the video version on YouTube is just because I have the equipment and it doesn't take any extra effort.
Yeah,
But I gear this more towards the audio side.
because podcasts are about audio.
That's
right?
that's what I fell in love with.
Yeah,
I have a pretty boring basic job.
Joe Rogan, right? Is that?
That's what I like to listen. I listen to a lot, but that's what I've been listening to since he first started.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've got a boring job, but it allows me to listen to podcasts. And that's what I do that helps me get through my day. I listen to all kinds of things. And yeah, so the YouTube is a hard nut to crack. So
Yeah.
you have to have a goal in mind, or like a theme in mind.
Mhm.
So what's your theme? Like new buyers?
At first it was just to get myself out there, man, and I think in the learning process, you always want to create engagement, and you always want to get views, right? You want to be kind of like Coca-Cola or like Nike. You want to have brand recognition.
Okay.
So my idea was just get myself out there.
Everywhere you can.
Everywhere you can, just plaster it. But in that part of it, you want to learn, right? So
yeah.
you learn, well, I got more engagement on Facebook. How can I get more engagement over here on YouTube to build that up? Because I don't know how many subscribers you have.
Not many.
And they're hard to get.
That's what I'm saying.
But
it's real hard.
You can find a 5-year-old and he's opening up presents.
Unboxing.
Legos,
Yeah,
and he's got
unboxing
1 million
videos.
followers.
Yeah. I know.
So like what is it that this cat's doing that's working for him, and how can I get a little bit of that?
Yeah.
That's, where I want to take it, right? Because you always want to be, at least for me, always want to be getting better, always want to be more efficient, and just make it better.
Right.
Yeah, and it's hard.
It is. How
Yeah.
many subscribers you got on YouTube?
Man, I think the other day 39.
Wow, that's good.
Maybe.
That's good. I got 68.
Yeah, 68. Yeah.
But that's YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got 68.
But now you go find me on Facebook, almost 3,000.
Oh, wow.
And it maxes out at 5, I believe, because I don't have a business page. It's just my personal
Okay.
Facebook page.
Okay.
And like I said, when I started 2013,
Only
You
5 years. That's not long.
didn't friends were coming out. Hey man, where you been?
Yeah.
Now you're on Facebook.
Nice.
What's up? And it's cool for keeping in touch with people.
That's how Facebook started for me.
Yeah.
Just long lost friends. Like,
yeah.
I've been trying to get a hold of you for years. I don't know how. I did a search on Facebook. You're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But now it's a
an
whole nother thing.
instantaneous.
Now it's
Yeah.
a whole nother thing.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook started out as like finding your long lost friends and reconnecting.
Now there's Snapchat. And
But now Facebook's like a whole nother
Twitter.
animal. Even besides all the other apps.
yeah.
Like Facebook's
Because
just
it was a college thing, right?
it was a college thing. But now it's I would say it's like a political thing.
Yeah.
It's just all idiots arguing about politics.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they think they're trying to change the opposition's mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're Republican and I'm Democrat and all I do is post Democratic stuff hoping
Yeah.
to change your mind when I know you're not. Like that's what Facebook is.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, man, but that's what America was founded on, right? Your right to believe in whatever it is you want to believe, and it's
Right, but Facebook's
freedom of
taking it.
speech,
Freedom,
kind of.
That's all fine. I love all that. But Facebook just has turned into this cesspool of just chatter about politics for the most part. What it is, where it's like these people are trying to change the other side's minds, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
These people are just so stuck in their ways. It's just from what I see. I don't know. I hate Facebook with a passion.
yeah.
After talking to Katrinka,
Yeah.
she kind of put it in my head that maybe I should probably get back on Facebook a little bit. She
Yeah.
didn't tell me that, but I felt it from a conversation I had with her.
Yeah.
So I got back. I was off it for years.
Yeah.
I got back on and I said, I'm back on Facebook to just shamelessly pimp my podcast, and that's all I'm doing.
Hey, man.
That's all I'm
Nothing
doing.
wrong with that.
That's all I'm using it for. And I put on their pro tip: when using Facebook, do not scroll through your feed. I'm serious, dude. And I didn't listen to my own advice the other day.
It's hard.
I started scrolling, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is why I'm off of it. Some of the ridiculous shit that is on there, and I find myself engaging. I can't help myself.
Yeah.
It's like a sickness. It's in the back of my head. I'm like, I can't believe what you just said and how you. I wish there was this one. This young girl, she's in her early 20s probably,
Yeah.
reposted an article from a magazine. You might appreciate this coming from our generation. The headline of the article was "Millennials are the gayest genre ever, or the gayest generation ever."
Mm.
And that was a positive thing. I'm not saying it's negative or anything, but it just, and they're like, finally something good about us or everything. It's like, if that would have been in like 1998, a headline, blank is the gayest ever.
Yeah.
There's so many ways of taking that, none of it in a positive light.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, it's so great to be gay. Everybody's gay.
Yeah.
And so I saw that and I was like, I typed on it. I was like, this is a hilarious headline. It's just hilarious. I'm not saying any negative thing about it,
Yeah.
but to see a headline that says millennials are the gayest generation ever.
You jumped in.
But then there was another one of this girl that had a religious post about the red tide will be rising after November 6th because God will be using his trumpet. And then in and I just replied, wow.
Oh,
And she
man.
liked it. So
Yeah.
she took it in a positive note.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I was like, there's so much wrong with this.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I won't get into it here. And then I found myself, I was like, why don't I listen to my own advice when I say, when using Facebook, do not scroll.
Dude,
Don't scroll. You're going to get yourself caught in some silliness.
It's hard, man. It's
Very
hard.
hard.
Yeah. But, what I use it for is business, and
That's what you should use it for.
that's what I've always, and I'll share some family stuff on there. But,
Yeah.
because like I said, you want to be real. You want to be authentic.
Right.
And you don't want to be anything that's fake that you have to keep up a persona of.
That's got to be really just exhausting
Yeah.
to
So
pretend like you're something you're not. I couldn't. Yeah, I'm not going to do that with this podcast. Like, if anything happens with this podcast, guys, this is who I am.
you could be like Howard Stern, man.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Howard Stern, really.
Dude, did you never used to watch him growing up?
No, I watched Loveline.
So yeah, Love Line was good too.
Yeah, Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. That's who I watched on MTV
Yeah, they
late
were
at
good.
night.
They were good.
Yep.
So growing up, we had HBO and like Showtime and all that good stuff.
I didn't have that.
I don't remember if I think Howard Stern wasn't on that though yet. He was on Still TV.
Still TV?
Yeah, not still,
ETV.
but yeah, whatever
Or-
the
I think
whatever
it
the
was
network that he was on, it was still you didn't have to pay for it.
Right. Oh, yeah. Cable.
Cable.
Regular cable.
Regular
Yeah.
cable. And so he would just say some of the off the wall, just crazy stuff. They just let it
You
go
watched
on.
them?
I did.
Okay.
Know?
I know he's big. I have nothing against him.
I don't
just
know about him now, or
Yeah.
I haven't seen him, but growing up, it was funny. Like
Yeah. I watched a few. Every time I watched it, he had hot chicks on there basically taking their tops off.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what's the point of this?
Yeah.
I go, okay.
Yeah.
So you're because you have a name and a platform, you're getting chicks to take their top off, but I didn't see any other value in
it.
that
Yeah.
other than that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I never really, I
Caught
just
on.
never got into it, and maybe it was just because that's just happened to be the episodes or whatever that I jumped into,
Yeah.
but it never caught me, it never grabbed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that was just who he was. You know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be
I'm not hating on it.
no, but
If I could have
he
chicks
owned
in
it,
yeah.
right? And it worked for him.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to own who you are.
Yeah.
And let that be enough. And the people that are real, the people that want to be with you,
Yeah.
they're gonna follow you. The people that don't, you can't please everybody. You know what I mean?
I want haters.
You want haters, man.
I do want haters.
Let your haters be your
I
motivators.
don't have any haters yet. I'm sure I do. They're just probably silent.
Once you get big enough, baby,
I'm trying to
they'll
get big
come out.
enough to get some haters.
they'll come out.
Last episode I asked for dick pics, and now I'm asking for haters.
some haters. Let your haters be your motivators,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It's fuel to the fire, man. When someone tells you can't do something, if you have any competitive juices or flow about you, it motivates you to do better, man.
I wouldn't know. Everybody loves me. I can't help. I'm a likable guy. What can I say? Everybody loves me.
Hey, man,
it's
that's
true.
good. That's good.
I'm just kidding. If you ask my coworkers, yeah, I've got some that really like me and are my friends. There's one chick that hates me with a passion. This chick, she's just a hater. That's my hater.
Did
But
you ask her why?
I know.
You know why?
I don't know why, but I know the type of person she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 'cause she's a hater.
Yeah.
She's mentally no, I don't know. She's yeah, she's just a hater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She hates everybody, really.
Yeah.
But she's got a certain disdain for me, and I don't care. But I don't have any I haven't gotten any official haters from the podcast or anything yet.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it.
Yeah.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me.
You think I'm scared?
Get at me, bro.
I say ridiculous shit just to try to get haters.
It still hasn't worked.
It hasn't worked. I can't believe it. My last episode was a really big one for me on YouTube. I
Yeah.
had almost 500 views.
Yeah, man. I checked it out.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
In there, I said some ridiculous shit. If I haven't gotten haters from that, I don't know how I haven't yet. I mean, I said some stuff about some things.
I haven't finished the entire episode. But
You don't need to. But I'm just saying, yeah. Damn it. It's only been a little over an hour. I can't believe I have to pee already.
Hey, that's all right, man.
And I'm going to get another beer. You want another cider?
Sure.
All
I'll
right.
take one.
I'll be right back. Can you hold court for a minute?
If
not,
just hang
everybody-
out here.
Everybody can just enjoy the silence.
Ooh.
Do a little meditation.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. You can pimp all of your stuff, how people can reach you and all that stuff. I'll make it as quick as I can.
All right. So you can find me everything Baron Drives Fords, Facebook, Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn, Twitter, Baron Drives Fords. Even have a Baron Drives Fords website, barondrivesfords.com. And been considering Snapchat, but it is really hard to just keep up with, engaging in all of them and being active. But, you got to grow, put yourself out there, stretch yourself, and basically figure out a way sometimes to get better. Tuesday Adventures. We have been, shout out to Katrinka. She is my videographer, her and Brendan. Very, very good at what they do. They make me look great. I show up on Tuesdays, and they create a concept for me, and we try to put out some terrific content for the show on Tuesdays. So this Tuesday, stay tuned for that. That'll be on Facebook. Haven't figured out yet. I think Instagram just came out with Instagram TV, so you can actually post videos longer than the traditional 1 minute that you can on the main page. You can do Facebook TV or Instagram TV, and I haven't played with that enough yet to know anything about it, but I do know it's an option. So, but for now though, Tuesday Adventures is on Facebook, my Facebook page. So,
I mean, why not? I just brought them all.
hey, yeah, why not, man? And then Cloud9 Chronicles, man. So that's a theme. Every guest, every client that I sell a vehicle to, we talk about their experience, and we capture that, because when I first started in the car business, I would just take a picture. And a picture is nice, but it's not as nice as what the actual client can say by words. They say that video enhances the engagement, multiple times better. I don't know the actual stats on it, but
I like watching the videos.
the videos are a lot better than the picture, right? And,
Yeah.
and for the most part, I think out of all the videos that I've had, only maybe like 2 people were like, oh man, I can't do video. But everybody's been nice enough to share their experience, and I put that out on my YouTube channel, and it's the Cloud9 Chronicles.
Baron drives Ford.
Baron drives Ford.
I love that. How did you get hooked up with Katrinka to do all of this stuff with you?
Man, so Katrinka, Lucid Flows, and we go back way back,
Okay.
man, years. So
Nice.
the restaurant business, right? So Trezzo Mare,
I was at the wrong restaurant.
he was at the wrong restaurant,
Damn, I wish I was with you guys.
man. So
We could all be friends.
we could be friends now.
We can?
Yeah,
I
man.
need friends. I don't have any.
Hey, you're my friend, dog.
Yeah, I got a friend.
We right around the corner anyway.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So, man, so when I moved here, my first restaurant business was Chili's on Berry Road.
Nice.
Berry Road. That's where I met my wife, my now wife.
I was in the
we worked
restaurant
together.
industry for a while.
Yeah.
Were you a manager or? Server?
Eventually, man. So I started out as a server.
Yeah. At Chili's?
Chili's, 54th Street. I was like the restaurant
Ooh.
slut, dude.
All the American American cuisine.
Yeah. What was the other one?
Applebee's.
No, I never met.
I worked at Applebee's.
I didn't pass the personality test that Applebee's gave. Can you believe that?
Huh. I didn't know. I don't remember that. I
you just
started.
don't fit the form.
I didn't know they had a.
That's what they told me anyway.
Huh. Where was this at?
Should we shout them out here?
I mean, like what city? I mean, you don't have to name the exact restaurant.
Well, yeah, it was Applebee's.
No, I mean, like what, in
It was,
Atlanta?
no,
Kansas?
here
I
in
mean,
Kansas City.
okay.
So I had never waited tables until I moved here, and all I heard was, "Oh, man, you cash money, every day
For
So-
serving?
for serving." Yeah.
Well, hold on. I want to go back. I do want to go back.
Yeah.
How did you come to? So you played ball at Tennessee,
Yeah.
and so what?
Tusculum College, in Greenville, Tennessee.
And then after that, what happened?
So
Like how did you get to Kansas City?
I flamed out, right? I told you I flamed out.
A year and a half or
I was
something.
a bench player.
Yeah.
And I came back home. I was like,
I flamed out.
I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna start work. Well, I told myself I'd transfer to another school. That never happened. So So I was like, oh, I have to work. So fast forward that, I go back home, and then
To
I
mom and dad?
decide- To mom and dad.
Can I live with you guys for a little bit? Can I
Yeah,
kick it?
and they were cool with it.
Nice.
And then I was just like, well, I'm too old for this, man. I just been out in college. I've been
So you were
going
what,
out.
19, 20?
Yeah, 19. I'm grown.
I'm
baby.
grown. I got
I've
curfew
been-
and shit.
Yeah, I got curfew. What? I used to come back home at 4 a.m.
Right. Yeah. High as fucking drunk as
Yeah,
fuck.
like,
What? I can't do
what?
this at home.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
man.
I
No
know the
way.
same thing.
So I was like, I'm going out of here. No car, no nothing. I was like, all right, see ya. And
Right.
man, I think I worked at Wendy's, man. That was my first
Really?
job as a cook.
Really?
Yeah.
I could never do fast food.
Oh man.
I've always said I've just told myself I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But now I think about it, it's like, I kind of would like to flip burgers, just to
man,
flip burgers.
man, that smell never leaves your uniform, man. It's crazy.
Right.
So yeah, so I met a girl though who lived here. She was going to school in Northtown in college. So
Okay.
she played soccer,
Nice.
and I moved here to be with her. We broke up probably about 5-6 months
Wait, where did you meet her?
in college.
But then you got out of, but then when you dipped out, but you still stayed in contact with her?
So yeah, we stayed in contact. We tried the whole long distance
Right.
relationship deal, and I was just like, oh, I'm screwing up. You know, I'm down here partying in Georgia, like, you know, not being responsible. And I said, oh yeah, I'll just move to Missouri and change, and I'll be
Gotta
a
be
new
kidding
guy.
me. Why?
And
Wow.
for this girl, right?
Oh, she had that voodoo
she
punani,
had that
huh?
voodoo, right?
Damn.
Or so I thought.
No,
And,
she did. She got you. She had it. You
and,
can't deny it. She brought you all the way from Atlanta to here with that
Dude,
voodoo. Come on,
hey,
man. You
man.
can't deny it. Happens to the best of us. Come on.
Hey, right?
It's
We-
all good.
I was always in love, right? That
Yeah.
was I
Yeah,
was in
good pussy will
love.
do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, man, moved here and broke up, like I said, dude, and just stayed.
How quickly did you break up with? Did you guys
Like-
break up?
Like 5 or 6 months.
Oh my
It
god.
didn't even take that long. Didn't even take that long, man. I moved here on a whim.
I
to-
can't
to
stop
change,
laughing.
and
Only because you and I
boom.
have got so much in common, dude.
Yeah, man. Right? It's life, man.
Damn.
You take that leap of faith, and
Yeah. I mean,
do I have a parachute? I don't know.
dude, I almost ended up in Bakersfield, California with a stripper.
Woo,
Almost on the same exact kind of story.
dude.
I was this close to going to Bakersfield with a stripper.
If I had done my research on how cold it was in Missouri, I probably would have never came.
Oh, shit ain't cold. This ain't cold.
Dude, I grew up, like I said, well, one of my sisters was born in Germany, but when you're young, you know, it ain't that
You're
cold.
right. You're a
Right.
kid.
So
Right.
my high school was in Georgia, where, like, I don't care if it gets hot, personally.
Ugh,
You
I
know,
can't do the hot.
The cold, you'll, as soon as it gets cold here, because it hasn't been cold here yet,
How about today?
you'll see, it's okay. Like,
You don't call
it's,
today cold? Good.
I mean, you know, I've gotten used to it now.
Right.
Cold to me, like, once it gets 0, I don't like that.
Oh, zero's cold.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know, I got scarves, gloves, you know, Long John thermal,
Oh, wow.
the whole 9, man.
I don't go that deep.
Yeah.
But I understand.
But if I never saw snow again,
You'd be all right.
Mama, if you get this far in the podcast, she doesn't listen to a lot of my videos, I don't think. She may or may not watch this, but she loves it. She'll wear flip-flops until snow hits the ground, my wife.
Yeah.
But me, I'm total opposite, man. I got the fireplace going.
Really?
I'm in the heating blanket.
The electric blanket?
Yeah, man.
Can't go wrong with that.
No.
I was kind of born and raised in Michigan.
Mm.
In the upper part of Michigan where it's cold,
Yeah.
it's snowy. I love the cold and I love the snow. The heat, you throw the heat at me, man, I have a real tough time. I can do it, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'll cry about it.
Yeah.
I'll cry.
I'm like that with the cold.
I look at this as a blessing. I went to a couple years of high school in Louisiana. They're very conservative down there, and the high school guys weren't allowed to wear shorts. We had to wear
At
jeans.
all?
At all.
Wow.
Had to wear pants year round. So when it's come like, spring and summer and late and at the beginning of the year, September and October, it's hot in Louisiana. It's hot and humid. It's probably very similar to Atlanta.
Sure. Mosquitoes everywhere.
Oh, yeah. And you got to wear pants. So
Yeah.
I did get accustomed to wearing pants when it was hot out. So that helps a little bit. But still, I do not like the heat.
Yeah.
I like the cold
Mm.
because you can adjust.
Yeah.
Like you said, you wear your scarves and hats.
Yeah, man.
You adjust. So you're not
Mhm.
cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ain't
Try not
adjusting to the
be.
heat.
Yeah, you ain't adjusting to the heat. That's true. I
Did-
like it much better though.
So would you say you have a lot of, because you're a military brat,
Mm-hmm.
you don't really have like a certain kind of culture, upbringing kind of? So I was just kind of wondering, like, do you have any of that Atlanta culture?
You know,
Because
honestly, so my mom is. Like I said, I was born in Panama.
okay.
She's Panamanian. So,
Oh, okay. I didn't know
uh,
if that was just a stationary thing.
Yeah, no. So that's where my dad met my mom.
Oh, okay, nice.
So yeah, he married her, brought her over, and so all my influences growing up are that Hispanic.
Okay.
Do
you speak
poquito, más o
Little bit?
menos.
Oh,
Yeah,
just a little bit? You're all right at a little
man.
bit?
I used to be a lot better at it. I took it in school for 3 years. In the restaurant business, you get to practice a lot of it
Because the back of the house is
the
all
back of the
Mexicans.
house, yeah, man.
Any restaurant
So,
you go to,
yeah, you
back
te-
of the house is all
you
Mexicans.
teach them. You get to practice.
Yeah,
You teach them English. They teach you Spanish.
right.
Sometimes they teach you the bad words.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And but that's how you just practice it.
Yeah.
You got to immerse yourself in it.
Yeah.
I want to do so. I live in St. Joe, and it's about 50-minute drive for me to work every day. So I'm listening to different video guys. But I've been thinking maybe do some Rosetta Stone because
That's expensive.
is it?
Oh my gosh.
You price it out? Yeah.
Do you know what
Spanish?
Yeah. Do you know what Duolingo is?
Is that an app?
Yeah.
Free?
Yeah.
I like
Really-
free.
It's really good.
All right.
It's really good. I was doing it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing with languages. You can read a book or practice along with an app and get pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not like you said, immersion, if you're not practicing it with somebody, it's really hard.
Yeah.
And so I was doing that, but nobody else was doing it with me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got burned out. I was like, well, I can't. It's hard to learn.
Yeah.
No one wants to help me out, or no one wants to learn this with me. So I'm out.
Yeah.
But if you get Duolingo, Duolingo, it's an app. It's a free app. It's really, 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 really good for learning any language.
Yeah.
So you can get on there if you got someone you can practice with.
Dude, being able to be a translator is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a salesman, it is, especially in like Kansas City. It does have a large Hispanic population here,
Yeah, man.
and America is getting more bilingual like that. I wish, like I said, I wish I knew more Spanish. I just know,
There's money in it.
I know lengua taco, dos lengua tacos, por
Dos.
favor.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah, I want 2 tongue tacos, please.
Yeah. So there's a dude that works at my dealership. His name's Danny Elizondo, and he is fluent Spanish, right? So
Yeah.
all the Mexicans, hey, man, is Danny here? No?
Yeah.
All right, see you later. I'll be back when Danny's here. Imagine the kind of business you
Yeah.
could get if you could be a translator of any language.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Italian, French, whatever.
Yeah.
You're just that much more specialized in being able to branch yourself
Reach a
out,
bigger audience.
Reach a bigger audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So, okay, so you went from Panama. So you got some Panama in ya. But like the only reason I was asking about the Atlanta culture, because I guess we were maybe a little too young, but kind of in the area of Freaknik.
Oh, Freaknik, man. What you know about Freaknik?
What do you mean, what do I know about Freaknik? Come on, man.
They did not keep that open for very long.
I know it.
All right, man. That impressed me right there. Dude.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. Freaknik. I never went, man. So I was really sheltered, right?
Right.
My parents wanted better for me than.
That's why I was wondering
know.
if you had that like deep Atlanta culture.
Yeah, no.
That's that. A Freaknik is no
I-
deeper than in
I
Atlanta.
knew about
you
it,
know?
but I wasn't in it.
Okay,
right?
I was wondering if you experienced
Oh
it.
yeah. So I didn't get crazy until I went to college, man. You know, it was all about school.
That was just past. That was a few years past
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
When I got to college, man, when I was 3 hours away from home and I got to be me, I was crazy.
What was that like? Give me some stories, man.
I was crazy.
I'll
man.
trade some stories.
So man, we all right. So playing football and going to school, it's basically it's like
It's
work.
a job.
It's a
Yep,
job, right?
It is.
That you don't get paid for,
Yep.
and you can't work. You know, you can't work a job because you got
You-
study hall,
yeah.
you got class, you got practice.
Yep.
So you know they gave us work study.
I had a scholarship at a junior college. It
Yeah.
was the same thing.
Yeah. So it's not as much as like when you were a kid and it was fun and like, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah. It started.
know,
Yeah.
especially when you don't play, right?
Oh,
So
if you're bench warming.
yeah, you know,
Practice is only so much fun.
it's only so much fun, right?
Yeah.
So
Lifting weights and drills
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah, it
And
gets old after a while.
when you
I could imagine.
when you're a freshman, you're kind of expected. I mean, unless you're a special player, to play as a true freshman in college. So you take a redshirt freshman, and then you expect to play the next year, and then you don't. You know, hey, whatever. So, but man, we would have house parties. You know, we'd stay up all night. Man, there's one time.
Was it a fraternity or was it just the college?
I
or was
was-
it just the football guys?
I wasn't even in a fraternity, man.
No?
Yeah, this was just we were so Tuscombe College was a private school.
Okay.
So but yeah, you'd hang out with the football players, the baseball players, and it was in Tennessee. So like these guys were having
We're at in Tennessee.
Tuscombe College. So like
How close? to
Middle East
Memphis. Like how close to?
probably a couple hours.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, a
Like
few
the
hours
Green
from
Mountains
Knoxville.
or something like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
So but we would go to Johnson City if you ever know that.
Don't know that.
Johnson City, Tennessee was like the place to go.
I only know Memphis for 8 Ball and MJG.
8 Ball and MJG. Now, hey man, yeah, the
The
rap,
roughest part of Tennessee.
the rap was good. Yeah, 8 Ball and MJG.
Yeah, I
the
can.
man.
I can rap their whole coming out hard album back to back. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So man, we were drinking Everclear at that time, right?
That was so big in our day.
Oh my God,
God, that'll kill you. Why?
you could
Everclear's horrible.
you could drink it with grape juice and it would taste
oh.
great.
Oh.
But yeah, man, you drink that and
Yep.
hey man, this is what we drinking tonight. And you know the girls were plenty. You know you could have them all.
You want another?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Girls were plenty
Yeah,
because
man.
you guys were all athletes.
Yeah,
So the girls that were hanging out with you, were they like the cheerleaders or were they other like
soccer
the athletes?
girls, softball girls.
Okay, softball girls.
Yeah.
Does a stereotype translate? They're not all dykes.
Nah, man, there were some pretty ones.
Well, I mean, a lesbian can be pretty, but I mean,
well, yeah,
they
no,
just-
they weren't all dykes. No,
well, mainly, I mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of the
stereotype.
stereotype. Is a
Yeah.
lot of them are lesbians.
Yeah, apparently, I guess.
Yeah, just not at your school.
Yeah, no. And man, yeah, dude, we be freaking partying all night, puking in parking lots.
Right.
I mean, just stupid stuff.
Oh
dude.
my gosh.
Just stupid. And then have to wake up and go to weightlifting at
Yep.
5 a.m.
Suicide Hills.
Suicide Hills. You'd be smelling alcohol, and your coach would be making you run that much harder because he knew what you were doing.
Right. I got
Hmm,
Mom, Dad, turn this off right now.
right now.
Yeah, we had so I had a scholarship for soccer, and like I said, it was just a junior college, but it's still the same. I just didn't pursue. I don't need to get whatever. I just I was a fuck up, and so I joined junior JUCO. But it's the same thing. It's 2-a-day practices plus
Yeah.
class and whatever else. I had was it every Thursday night? Every Thursday night we had poker night Thursday nights at a friend's house. That's a whole nother story. Who this friend was. Anyway, but so every Thursday night we had it was basically a party every Thursday night. We play poker and just get fucked up. Fucked up. There were times where we would be doing. Statute of limitations is over, you guys.
7
We had
years
the
is older.
cocaina.
Yeah.
We busted out some cocaina.
Yeah.
I would go, and then I would go straight from the poker party, blowing coke all fucking night, and then going to practice, coked out, and then smoking weed,
Yeah.
and then running about a 5K, doing sprints and doing all that shit in the morning. Then going, oh my gosh, it's amazing that the 18, 19-year-old male and female, I'm sure, can do that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I don't know what your past is when it's stuff. I'm not going to ask. You don't have to tell me.
I've never done cocaine.
But
you know what I knew about cocaine? I knew that Lynn Bias did it one time.
Oh,
and he
come
died.
on. Yeah, don't let that. That's
That's what I heard.
propaganda.
So I was like, fuck
Yeah.
that.
It's
I don't want no
propaganda.
part of that shit.
Oh, it's so stupid.
I knew that much.
I was
If
so.
it ain't natural, I don't want it, baby.
I'm the same way. But cocaine is very natural. It's just cut with unnatural things. With the
Yeah.
closer, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny? Like I said, I was a maniac.
Yeah.
I'm not like that anymore. I'm not like that anymore. Wink. I'm just kidding. I don't. But yeah, I had to get my wisdom teeth pulled, and I called the doctor the night before or the day before because I just got, we were about to have a party. We got like an 8-ball of Coke and like a quarter pound of weed, a keg of beer. It was a fucking party,
Big
dude.
party, yeah,
I did
sounds
not
like.
fuck around. I dropped out of college for a reason, my man. I was having my wisdom teeth the very next day. I called up the doctor and the dentist, and I said, "Hey, the drugs that you're giving me tomorrow to knock me out, do they interact with all kinds of drugs?" He goes, "What are you talking about? What's going on here?" I'm gonna do some cocaine tonight. And he said, "You're gonna do cocaine tonight?" I said, "Yeah. I mean, you're like a doctor. You can't tell anybody. I'm not going to get in trouble. I'm going under tomorrow underneath your drugs. And if I do cocaine tonight, I need to know, is this going to interact and be bad?" He said, "No. But, there's this Lynn Myers character that did cocaine one time and he died. Are you sure you want to go this down route?" I go, "That's all I needed to know, sir. Thank you very much. See you in the morning."
Nice.
Yeah, I was a maniac. I was an absolute legit maniac. I still am, but I'm not that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm just, I got a few beers, hang out, and have a podcast. That's
Yeah.
how my maniac-ism is now.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, I guess. So you got to Kansas City,
Mm-hmm.
broke up with your girl after 5 months,
Yep.
and you said, "Kansas City's dope. I'm going to stay here."
You know what? I said, I don't want to go back home as a failure now. I want to make something of myself before I do that.
Oh, so you considered Atlanta home.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was where I went to high school. It was, my dad had retired, so
High
a lot
school's
of my friends
big.
were there.
With calling a place home, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I had always had plans of going back, you know what I mean?
Right.
And, I'm still here.
Oh, yeah, you never went back.
19, yeah, I never went back.
No, so you're straight up KC is.
Yeah, KC now.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Call it
So-
home. Now this is home.
Now this is home.
I'm the same way.
Kansas City.
Kansas City. I love Kansas City.
Yeah.
Kansas City is home.
Yeah.
Kansas City is, I think it's home to a lot of transplants like
Mhm.
us. I think there's a lot of people that come to Kansas City, and maybe they say this is just kind of a stepping stone,
Mm-hmm.
but then you just fall in love. It's a great city.
Yeah.
It's a secret. I tell people it's like the greatest little secret in America.
Yeah.
It's just, it's big enough that there's always something to do.
Yeah.
You got,
It's grown.
and it is growing, but you got the Royals, you got the Chiefs, you got a little bit of hockey, you got really good concerts. There's always something to go. Good restaurants. There's always stuff to do, but it's not so big where it's overwhelming. And the infrastructure of this city, because I've been to a lot of different cities. My brother lives in Detroit. try going anywhere in Detroit without it taking more than like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere in Kansas City from anywhere, and it's taking 20 minutes.
The best airport that
Yes.
I've ever been to.
Yes, and I don't want to mess it
Ever.
up. Yeah. It is. It is the best airport.
Atlanta airport sucks.
Oh, yeah, that's a city. The Atlanta airport is its own city in
It
itself.
sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
Yeah.
So you stayed out here because you didn't want to go back because didn't want to go back as a failure.
Yeah, man. So I just felt like I hadn't accomplished anything as long as I'd been here.
Yeah.
Shoot, my first job ever here. Well, my first restaurant job was Chili's, right?
Right.
My first job ever. So I came here on a whim. I had a dog, Mercedes,
Nice.
the only black Mercedes I've ever owned.
That's funny.
I got her at 8 weeks old, or however
wow.
old it is, you can have a dog,
Right, wow.
legally. And raised her, brought her with me, and had like a check coming from my last job. Like, hey, we get paid every 2 weeks. We'll mail you your check.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
And I moved here. I stayed at the Motel 6 over on Berry Road over there.
Okay.
My girlfriend at the time helped me stay up in there.
Why didn't you stay with her?
She still lived at home with her parents, and her parents didn't know that I was coming.
Whoa.
Right? So
You didn't think this thing through.
No,
I
not very much of a thinker.
Straight voodoo. Straight voodoo.
Straight, just boom.
Dang.
She picked me up. We drove down,
Give me this girl's
12
number,
hours,
huh?
and boom, was here.
Wow.
And,
Wow.
Dude, got a job. Ended up being a dishwasher at an old folks home.
Oh, wow.
In over on Berry Road, man. And
Whatever it takes, man.
whatever it takes, right?
Right.
Walk to work. From right around the bicycle club. I don't know if it's still that anymore. Apartments were probably maybe 3/4 of a mile from my house.
Okay.
So
Nothing.
not far.
Right.
And that's where I started, man. And then I saved up $750. Bought me a little rusted out Ford LTD.
Yeah.
1985. Drove that thing home to Georgia. My dad was like, "Are you crazy?"
Wow. Wow.
I said,
It made it?
It made it. And
Nice.
back.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
What was that trip like? I've done those trips. I've done the similar trip with shitty cars.
yeah. I wasn't scared of anything when I was that age.
Yeah,
man.
you're not. You just do it. You're like, you're just, you have this like blind confidence. We're like, yeah, of course I'm going to make it.
Yeah.
Of course nothing's going to happen.
Nothing, man. And nothing did. Like,
And nothing does. That's why you have that confidence. It's not confidence. It's just, you just know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's funny.
yeah, man. Freaking so back then, another dumb thing that I used to do. So I had that car forever. Never paid property tax on it.
You're a kid.
Yeah, never
What
paid
do we know
sales
about that
tax
shit?
on
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So rolled around, ended up doing getting a flat tire, right? And
In the middle of a cross country trip?
no.
Okay.
Actually just a local trip
Okay.
over to Kansas or somewhere over there, right?
Okay.
And when you break down, the cops sometimes show up to help you and
Help.
you.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
runs my tags. Oh, your
Yeah.
tags are expired.
Yeah, you mind if we take a look in here real quick as we help you look for a tire
Right?
iron?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
So I get arrested.
Damn.
And, I'm like, man, this sucks. And
Does suck.
me and jail don't get along, so
I-
got bonded out real quick. But yeah, man, that's just the stuff that I did, just little stupid stuff like that.
Right.
And somehow made it through all that. Ended up so perpetuated that, right? So I moved from Georgia to here to get better, and just still continued to do the same dumb stuff that I was always doing
It's hard to break cycles.
here,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Until I was probably about 26, 27 years old, where I started to figure out
That's when dudes start to get their shit together.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
This ain't working. It's not cool. And met my wife at that time, and we just celebrated our 2nd year anniversary. So
Oh, nice.
we've been together for many more years than that.
Right.
9 years, but been married 2 years.
Okay.
But she is by the book, rule follower. She keeps my balance, right? So a lot of what she does helps me,
Yeah.
and it has helped me to be better focused at, life,
Nice.
a
A yin and yang.
a yin and a yang.
Right.
Like, she doesn't do anything crazy like I would, but she tends to maybe think a little bit more about being adventurous because I am and because I've
Yeah.
had success at it.
Right.
But she's there to be like, no, that's kind of crazy. You don't want to try that. So yeah, man, I've been fortunate enough to meet her, and she helps me out tremendously, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
My sisters. So I have 3 sisters, all younger. I'm the oldest, and
Oh wow.
2 of them have been married longer than I have, and so when I told my mom I was getting married, right, my wife never pressured me. We bought our house before we were married, and she says,
That's not that uncommon these days.
it's not,
Yeah.
right? But the older generation is, hey, you get married, you have kids, you do this,
They're dying out though.
yeah,
We ain't got to worry about them.
right? So, but my mom was like, dude, if you and I had ever dated, you wouldn't even been in the picture.
But that's a different age.
You've been gone.
But then you can say, but no, if you were in this day and age, you would be in the picture because it's different.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
a completely different
Yeah.
society that we've crafted now,
Right?
where it's okay to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I bet you a lot of people from that kind of generational thinking where they did that, I bet a lot of them would, if you asked them privately, would probably regret it. Would probably like, you know what? I kind of would have liked to have lived with someone first to kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
Because now we got stuck. Because that generation that you're talking about, so kids kind of want to impress the previous generation and kind of live up to that standard, but still have our own. Like you've been with your woman for 9 years. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Being married for 9 years. What's the difference between being together for 9 years and being married for 9 years? A piece of paper. Okay. So, but you look at it from their perspective, and you want that to look good to them, and they were the same way. And look at what their previous generation was. Imagine the vast difference between the generation of your parents, because they wanted to do the same thing as you did, is impress their parents.
Yeah.
And be like, I want to be married and do this thing right by the book, because my parents' generation did that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're only a couple of generations from some extremely strict thinking about marriage and that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so there is a good change, but there's no difference. And I think there's something it's a very impressive and something to be very proud of, to be with the same person for 9 years, to be committed to.
Yeah.
Just because there's a piece of paper for 2 years or 9 years, I mean, that's a very big accomplishment.
Sure. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
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 I'm divorced. I couldn't do it. I failed.
Yeah.
Happens.
Hey, you tried, right?
I tried. I did. Yeah, I tried. I
Dude.
failed. I failed. What can you say?
So my grandma, at least on my mom's side, I think she was married like 4 or 5 times.
Oh, wow. How rare was that for that generation, though, you know?
It seems like it happened quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I never would have thought that.
Because, well, shit, they all had like 9 or 10 kids, right? Like, I mean.
I thought it was always the same person because they're on a farm.
Yeah,
And they need
I don't
farm
know.
help. Hey,
Yeah.
we need Johnny on the cows. We need, Jane on the chickens.
Yeah. Who
We need someone to
knows?
drive the tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my parents, so I'm 38, they've been married 39 years,
Wow.
right? That how often is that anymore?
That's rare.
It's rare, man.
Wow.
It's crazy.
They waited a year, had you,
Yeah.
had the hustle dude.
The hustle dude.
They gave birth to Mr. Hustle. Good for them.
Man, they were hustle, man. Like, my parents growing up were hard workers, man. You know, my dad in the military had 2 jobs
Right.
sometimes. My mom worked a couple jobs. You know, like, they instilled that in us. You know, if you want something, you got to go get it. No one's ever going to give you anything.
Yeah, you do got to go get it.
Right?
I'm trying to figure that out.
You can work at the same place, you know. So, you know, I think we were talking about Trezzo Mari and how I knew Katrinka and them earlier.
Right.
And started out as a server, got into bartending, and eventually got offered a management position as the service manager. So
From being server to or from being bartender to service manager.
mm-hmm.
So that's taking a step from the craft to being in a management.
Yeah, to having to teach people and lead people.
Yeah.
And you know, learn about you know, you learn a lot about how motivated people are for themselves, and how, you know, the pay may not equal out to, you know, your level of, you know, what it is you're supposed to do.
Right.
Train these people, be their leader, be their coach,
Yeah.
you know, and still keep a positive mental attitude
And not have them hate you.
and not have them hate you. And
Why is this guy telling me what to do all the time?
yeah, he used to be a waiter, you know, and
I don't do good with authority. I hate authority with a
Yeah.
passion. I can't do.
Yeah, you know, and I don't think that I was ever that leader that, you know, I wanted to help you, man. I wanted to coach you. I wanted to teach you what things were successful for me. And, you know, I got the privilege to manage Katrinka and Dan, you know, Lucid Flows.
Right, Daniel. Yeah.
You know, and do some of the most articulate, artistic people you'll ever meet.
I think they're kind of the exceptions
yeah.
to the rule, right?
Yeah,
Like,
very
they're a couple.
intelligent.
They're a couple very special human beings.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And you can meet those kind of people in the restaurant business.
Yeah.
You know, you make a lot of relationships in the restaurant business, and it teaches you how to be compassionate for people, how to, you know, want to help people. You know, food is such a comfort thing.
Right.
And for me, it's always been about performance. Like I said, my parents taught, you want to be the best at whatever it is you do.
Yeah.
You could be a garbage man. You could be
But be the best garbage man.
be the
you can
best
be.
garbage man you could be.
Have
man.
some pride in
Have
what you're
some
doing.
pride in what you're doing.
Yeah.
And if you don't like what you're doing, you can always change that. You know?
That's a lie.
No, it's true.
God, it is true.
It's
It is true, but I think it's a lie.
It's true.
I'm trapped in that lie, and I'm trapped in that truth.
You know,
but I think it's a lie.
in this world, everybody thinks that it's just going to come easy. You know, if you just make the decision to do it, it's going to become easy, and it's not. It's a grind. It's trial and error.
Oh,
It's
a fucking
success.
grind.
It's disappointments. You know, when I left Dennis Sneed Ford 4.5 years, I said, I'm going to go to the next place and I'm going to rock it. Right?
Is this the next place?
Gary Crosley Ford.
Is there a next place from?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, you know, before we started talking here, I told you I sold 34 cars in 1 month. Right?
Right. That's sick.
I sold 25 cars a month consistently.
Wow.
And I thought, when I go to this next place, it's going to be like that.
It's gonna be the same.
It's going to be the same. And it's not. It's a different philosophy. There's more parts to the equation. So am I going to do everything it takes for me to be successful, or am I going to let, you know, outside forces dictate what I'm going to allow for myself?
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people, I don't feel, sometimes have the necessary drive because maybe they're not passionate about what it is that they're doing.
Except for a paycheck.
Except for a paycheck.
Right.
Right. And
There's a difference between the kind of person that's in it for the right reasons, the guy that's just like, I just need a paycheck.
Yeah. And if you break it down to the simplest forms, if you just care about people, if you just take the time to listen to people,
Yeah.
it goes a long way.
It does. That's all people want.
That's all they want, man.
People just want to be listened to. They want to be heard.
And then it's easy.
Yeah.
You know, but when you go into it with the expectation of getting something out of it, you know, being selfish, it's not going to happen. You know,
What
or
do
it
you
may
mean? That's
happen.
all this podcast is my
it-
selfishness.
Well,
I told you that. I just get to talk to cool people. That's why I do it.
well, no, but there's something. Maybe there isn't, but to be consistent, to want to keep doing it,
Yeah.
to want to get better at it.
I do want to
there's
get better.
something
I do
else.
hope people do
There's
like
something
this.
else in it for you.
Yeah, no, there really is. I do hope people enjoy this. The reason why I love podcasts is because it helps me get through my day, and I hope people enjoy this, and I hope it helps them for an hour or two or however long a podcast episode is. I hope it does help them get through the 2 hours of their day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I do.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
it is.
awesome.
I never said that out loud before.
That's awesome, man.
I believe it. If you're listening to this right now, I hope this is helping you.
Yeah.
It's helping me. 'Cause
Dude.
and down to it, like I said, it's selfish that I get to talk to cool people, and this is a really fun conversation I'm having with you, man. I'm super stoked to have met you, Baron. Like, this
Cool.
is cool, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah.
I've had a good time.
Casey's the best.
So we were talking about Mahomes earlier. You never finished your thought. I told you.
Oh, yeah.
He's the man.
Let me.
But you weren't convinced.
Let me give you. I will tell you this, and you can we can take a break right now.
Whatever you want.
Do you need to pee or anything?
I don't yet. No.
I think I can cut this down. I do. I gotta
All right,
piss again.
That's good.
You can either hang out here or we can take a break.
Yeah, we'll take a break.
Let's take a break. I think we're starting in 3, 2, 1, perhaps. We're back. I think.
Back.
What a nice little break we just had.
Oh yeah. It was nice.
We just we were talking about something. If you are from the Kansas City area, you will know very well. And a lot of you are not from the Kansas City area, so you won't know this place called the Outhouse.
Ooh.
Who wants to describe the Outhouse? Me or you, Baron?
I think I'll let you.
Oh, okay.
I've never been there.
That's right.
I've heard about it though.
The Outhouse is a Kansas City staple, which is actually in Lawrence, Kansas, which is where Kansas University is. Rock
Jayhawks.
Chalk Jayhawk.
Jayhawk.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Jayhawk. KU.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I was a young man. I was a degenerate. I slightly still am a degenerate. How about you, Baron? Are you slightly degenerate or no? It's
Man, I tried not to be
okay.
anymore.
That means anymore. So you've had the degenerate side
I
in
have,
you
yes,
back
sir.
in the day.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yeah.
You can relate.
I used to be a little crazy.
You can relate into this. So the Outhouse was a strip club, ladies and gentlemen. Big old strip club. It was bring your own beer, bring your own booze. BYOB strip club. It was in the middle of a fucking cornfield in Kansas, Lawrence, Kansas, outside of KU. And it was no holds barred. It was all nudity. You brought you would walk in with your own cooler full of beer.
Yeah.
Where could you do that back in the 90s?
Nowhere that I know of.
Yeah. And then you were getting these hot, young, college-age chicks that had daddy issues, I assume. And the beautiful thing about this, they told me, I don't know, I never really participated. I can't lie to you people. You would get... Should I tell them what I told you in the kitchen?
I guess you said you could say whatever you wanted, right?
Yeah, I
Since
can't
it's the
say whatever
internet.
I want, but in your opinion, I have nobody that solicits me. That's the wrong word.
know,
Censors me.
Maybe this was your last show, right?
This is not my last show,
This
sir.
is, no, a topic for your last show, the last episode that you did with the young lady.
The sex
talk?
coach. What about
Yeah.
her?
Yeah,
I don't think we talked about stripping. I honestly don't remember what we talked about
Yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
So,
lie.
You're out there already, man. So
I'm
you might as well, right?
I'm kind of fucked up, man. These beers got me. Yeah. So you would get. Yeah, I don't care,
Yeah.
Baron. I don't care.
You're out
You're right.
there.
This is me. I am out there. Look, and I was a 19-year-old degenerate, horny son of a bitch back then. And I went to a strip club called the Outhouse, where for $1 you could get a chick's pussy on your nose for $1.
For $1.
And you brought your own beer. That is the degeneration.
That's crazy.
Degeneration X.
That's crazy.
Do you know that?
They proudly present to you The tag team champions
Yeah.
of the world.
D-Generation!
The Road Dog Billy Gunn.
Man, that's right.
Or no, Badass Billy Gunn,
Yep.
right? The New Age Outlaws. Yeah, my little nephew, man, he's a big wrestler. Takine Allen. Yeah, they love some wrestling, man.
Man, wrestling was...
That's when it was the WWF.
But WWF, before the Wildlife Federation or whatever,
Yeah.
put a cease and desist order.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan days, man.
The Hulk Hogan,
The Giant.
You know who I had a couple of my favorites were Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was a big...
He carried the
no,
2x4.
no, that was Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Jim Duggins, okay.
Ooh! That's what he...
Yeah.
Oh! He would hold it, oh!
Yeah.
I like Sergeant Slaughter because I was a... Did you watch G.I. Joe back in the day?
Of course. The twins?
Yeah, Sergeant Slaughter was in G.I. Joe. So that was a big thing. And then the Bushwhacker twins. I really... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the Bushwhacker twins.
Yeah.
Who's a tsunami, earthquake?
Yokozuna?
Yeah, yes, Yokozuna. Yeah, way back. Yeah,
Those were the... I mean, I don't know. I don't watch it anymore, but
I don't either, but
I used to be down with that, man.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. And then I got into NWA.
Yeah.
No, NWO. NWA is the rap group.
NWO.
NWO, New World Order. But I wasn't an NWO fan. I was a Sting fan. I liked Sting.
The face paint.
Yeah, he was always up in the rafters.
Baseball player.
Yeah,
Or the baseball
bat. The trench coat, the white face,
Yeah.
the long black hair. He looked like the Crow.
Yeah. Yep.
This is so embarrassing. I would literally get goosebumps when that was WWE, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I think
No.
It was
WCW. WCW.
Because they were opposite.
Yes.
Yeah.
When WCW was on and they would have Sting in the rafters, I
And
literally
Ric Flair.
would get goosebumps. Yeah.
Yeah, they were still divided back then.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that was and then there was always this divide. Are you WWF or are you WCW?
Baby. I was WWF, baby.
I was WCW
Yeah.
because of Sting for a very long time. Like, that probably would have been maybe 95, 96.
Sounds about right.
And then Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock
Stone Cold
came
Stunner.
around. And then I went to WWF. Stone Cold was my dude.
So Stone Cold Steve Austin came to Lone Star Steakhouse when I worked over there on Berry Road.
Hold on.
And I watched that dude eat 2 12-ounce ribeyes.
You got to see Stone Cold that close?
Yeah, bro.
You weren't his server?
I wasn't his server.
Did you
but
go up to
I
him?
knew who he was. I didn't bother him.
Oh my gosh. I would have freaked out. I would have played it cool.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this was before selfies where I would have been like, I still have a Stone Cold Steve Austin class of 316 shirt.
He was the man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
he was the
you
man.
got to see him up there. Wow.
Yeah. He was pretty wide. Pretty wide. Dude.
Yeah, he's a stocky dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's bigger than you would think.
Mm-hmm.
He's not he's taller than you would think too.
Yeah.
What is he
but
about?
not
6?
as tall, I don't think.
I don't think he's not a giant, but he's.
Yeah.
You wouldn't mess with Stone Cold.
No.
Even if you didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
If you saw that dude in public and he bumped into you and you thought your balls were really big that day and you wanted to step to somebody.
Yeah, not him.
You're not stepping to him.
No. I wouldn't.
Yeah, and you're a big dude. I certainly wouldn't step to you.
I try not to be a fighter, man.
I'm not saying you
I'm
are,
a lover.
but if I've had anger issues in the past, I've had road rage issues before.
Yeah.
I've had
to me, man. Too many people have guns. I don't want to piss nobody off anymore,
dude.
That little 5'1" lady's got a gun in her freaking glove compartment waiting for you.
I had a fight. We were talking. You and I were talking about Quindaro earlier.
Yeah.
I had a road rage fight off of right in that area. Where's that cop station? Not Minnesota.
Mm.
7th Street in
Oh, in downtown,
downtown.
12th Street.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got in a road rage.
Like Locust.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
in a road rage battle right out there before.
Ooh.
I was a maniac.
Ooh.
Yeah.
In the heart of it.
In the heart of it. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't care. You, I would not. Are you big? Yeah, I wouldn't.
Back in my younger day, man. You know, in school,
I would have ran from you.
I was a little troublemaker then. But, you know, not so much to where I started stuff, but if someone started something with me, I wasn't,
Right.
you know, I wasn't too keen with letting it happen. So,
Yeah.
you know, we get suspended and I had to do some work. My mom would make me do chores, you know, at home.
Yeah.
As my punishment for getting kicked out of school. But I was supposed to stand up for myself, right?
You got to.
So you had to do
You got
both
to.
things, right?
And you got to teach your kids to do that shit too.
Yeah.
This day and age, especially with kind of the softer mentality of kind of some of the generations that are out there now.
There's a
You
fine line, though, man. You know?
No, there's not. I don't think there's a fine line.
There seems like there is.
Fuck them.
Mm.
There's not a fine line.
Yeah.
I have a 5-year-old boy
Yeah.
and a 2-year-old girl. They will not be bullies. They will not be bullies. They will not. They will not be bullied either. Like my 5-year-old, like I teach him like little jujitsu and wrestling moves. We call it putting him in a tough one
Mm-hmm.
because it's tough to get out of.
Yeah.
He's been doing that forever, like so. But he knows like to be super nice and to treat people how you want to be treated.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Very important. But yeah, there's not a fine line. If there's a bully out there, you got to confront them and you don't get bullied.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you got to be cool with everybody, man. Life's too short. People are way too cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing about the podcast is I'm just meeting all sorts of people and just everybody's so cool.
Yeah.
Like you got to like I have my kids live in Independence.
Okay.
I don't know how much you know about Independence, but for all of these out there that aren't from this area, it's a pretty diverse area. A lot of Mexicans, a lot of blacks, a lot of whites. It's a very diverse community. It's not It's not super affluent, but it's not like hood. It's right in the middle.
Yeah.
I love that my kids are being grown up there because they're getting every culture. There's all just one big melting pot, and they're not like out in like one of these affluent neighborhoods where it's just all one thing. And then they go in the city, and it's not that they're shocked because there's the internet and they see everything that's out there.
Sure.
But if you're not actually interacting with every single different culture out there, you can't
get to know.
You don't get to know. You don't get to experience it, and you don't get to really have how life is meant to be, especially in a big city like this.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
good.
I think it's really important to bring your kids up with some diversity.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, if you don't give them the tools to be successful, that's on you, man.
Right.
That's your
You got to
your
do everything you
obligation,
can.
your
Yeah.
duty.
Yeah.
You want them to survive without you, if they have to. you
Yeah.
know, but you know you're going to be there. But you want that to be the case should something ever happen to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Or even if when you're not around. Just
Yeah,
like
when
if
you're
they're
not
on their
around.
own, you want them to be a good person and to not only stand up for themselves, but if they see that stuff happening,
Mm-hmm.
to step in and be like, yo, that
That's
ain't
not
cool. That's
Yeah.
not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not how we roll.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good philosophy to have.
I think so. Do you have kids?
Yep. I got a 19-year-old and
Oh, that's right.
and a 12-year-old, 2 girls.
Oh man, I think so. It's very important that whenever you have a kid, that's a generation that you're bringing up, and I think it's very important to bring them up in a correct way. And I think there's just a lot of, you know what I mean. There's some. You're my age. You see, I'm not going to call that generation out, but you see some stuff out there that's a little bit like,
Dude,
that's not how I want shit to be.
the age group that's growing up now is so intelligent, though.
That is the thing. There is some, yeah.
They are so far more advanced than I think we ever thought about being. Like, we were on floppy disk. I was talking to some guy the other day, and we were talking about how
Dude.
we had to save our homework on floppy disk.
Dude, I wrote a paper on a typewriter.
Yeah.
I've used a typewriter before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you remember the bag phones and the pagers.
I remember before that. I remember answering machines. I remember corded phones.
Yeah.
I remember when cordless phones were
Rotary dial.
yeah, rotary dial.
My grandma had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how about this? How about the big cabinet TV that had the big dial on it?
Yep. Black and white.
Pay
Payphones.
phones. Yep, absolutely.
What's a payphone? You ask a kid any nowadays what a payphone looks like.
Oh, I've got an awesome question for you. It just came to me because you bought payphones.
What?
All right, in middle school, after did you play sports in middle school?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
After practice, did you have to wait around for your parents or anything like that?
Yep.
Did you have a payphone around?
Yeah, I think we did.
Did you ever get? Maybe this was just my area. After practice, we would have to wait for our parents. We had the payphones, and you could dial 1-800-BIG-TITS.
What? No, I don't remember that.
They were the sex lines back. They were like, and you could come up with any stupid 7-lettered combination. I don't know what it'd be. At 1-800-BIG-DICK,
Yeah.
1-800-SEX TALK, whatever. You could come up with a 7-letter acronym or a 7-letter
phone number.
Phone number, yeah.
Digit.
and you would call it, and it would be, oh hey, it would be like this sexy chick talk, and if you want, you have to pay this. But when we were like in 6th and 7th grade, we would call that and think it was one. I remember 1-800-BIG-TITS was one.
Yeah.
And you would call it and be like, it's some hot, phone sex lady calling you.
some big girl on the other line was talking to you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. People don't know about that these days, man.
Or maybe some dude.
No, they were legit chicks. And yeah, they were probably, who knows if they were attractive or not, but they had great voices.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you'd be like, hey,
That's
dial
its
this
operator.
number. And it's like $1.99 a minute or whatever.
Yeah. Dial 1-900 mix a lot. Kick the
Nasty thoughts, baby, got back. Yeah.
Yeah, Playboy.
Yeah, everybody knows about the. He was the. Did he only have the one? Sir Mix-a-Lot had the.
He had that.
He had the other one that wasn't so big. It was Cake Boy.
Jump on it. Right?
No, that was somebody else. That was boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Cleveland, jump on it. Jump on
it. Yeah, that's Sir Mix-a-Lot, right?
I don't think it
so.
Is it? I thought
I
it was
may be
somebody
wrong.
else. I thought it was somebody else.
Yeah, we know the song. Though.
Do you remember when it was the first place you heard that?
I don't remember that.
You don't?
Nah.
I remember hearing it on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, yeah?
It was one of their last episodes.
Man, I used to love that show.
Who didn't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the show.
Who did? You and I are like having like a 1990s nostalgia podcast because we grew up in that area. Like, yeah, we grew up with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We grew up with MTV. We grew up with music videos.
Yeah, that was cool.
Martin. In Living Color.
In Living Color.
Saturday Night Live with the good classic people.
You are now watching Mad TV.
Mad TV, yes.
Yeah. J-Lo was a backup dancer.
J-Lo was a fly girl.
Yeah, fly girl.
Homie, don't play that.
Homie, don't play that.
Homie, don't play that.
Yeah.
People don't know about it. I don't think so. Homie, don't play that.
They had some all-stars on that show, man.
They
the
all
Wayans
turned
brothers,
out.
all of them.
Yep.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He
talented.
Do you think he's the most talented, or is Jim Carrey the most talented? It's a real big toss-up, right?
I would say Jamie Foxx just because he can sing, he can act, he can play the piano. He could play instruments. You
Yeah.
know, he's more well-rounded. Like,
He's more
take
well-rounded.
nothing against Jim Carrey, man.
No.
Because he's
They're a different kind of. It's a different kind of comedy as
Yeah.
well.
and comedian. Yeah, I even forgot that. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. You got to say Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is a bad motherfucker.
I'm more biased to him. You know.
well,
what I
he's
mean?
American and Jim
I've
Carrey's
owned it-
Canadian.
I've owned his album.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's talented.
Yeah,
Man.
he is beyond
Yeah.
talented. He
He's,
should be bigger than he is.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, he's got some talent, bro.
He's our
He
songbird.
can dance.
He's the songbird of our generation.
right, like Usher. He can dance. He can
Yeah.
sing.
How
He got
how
the
big is Usher?
He might be old now, but during
Uh,
our time,
Our
he was,
time, he was hot for a minute.
Yeah,
But there were Limp Bizkit was hot for a minute at
Hey.
the same time Usher was.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Does that mean
he was bigger than Limp Bizkit though? I'm from Atlanta though. I grew up with him and Luda, baby. When Luda was down on 103, he was that fat rabbit. He was the DJ on the radio
disturbing
station.
the DDP.
Just riding on the radio,
right.
baby. Right.
Yeah.
9th, 10th grade. Hotlanta was coming up. Monica.
Outcast.
Outcast. ATL.
Yeah.
Greetings, Earthlings. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of music come from down there.
But you know what? You know what's kind of funny about that is that really is Atlantic specific. That didn't blow up a lot of like some of the other things did.
Yeah.
Like Limp Bizkit blew up
Mm-hmm.
nationwide. I think MTV had a lot to do with that. I think once Outkast threw a couple of their videos out, that kind of blew up.
Yeah.
But that didn't throw the whole ATL scene up
Nah.
too big.
Nah.
And at that time, I think it took a hot minute.
It took a hot minute. I was in
however,
the throes of it, so I don't know.
However, Outkast was.
Man, we had the
Outkast
Olympics.
was
We had the Olympics, dog.
You did.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and you also had the Olympic bombing.
Yeah, we had that.
There you go. Outkast. I'm wondering if Outkast was bigger than Limp Bizkit.
Dude, they was big.
Trust me, I know.
If any of my boys are watching from back home, you answer this question in the comments for this.
Hey,
for this gentleman.
I
All right.
actually, you know what?
Greetings.
If you were to
Earthlings.
say, give me some lyrics of Outkast or Limp Bizkit, more people are gonna say, "Coming
did
up,
it all
slamming
for the
Cadillac
nookie."
doors."
Yeah.
Oh, you went to Limp Bizkit. I went to Outkast.
Yeah, that's what I thought you was
I would think more people
So you
would
can
know
take that
Outkast.
cookie. Oh yeah, man. Outcast. That's what I'm saying.
I was yeah. Me and you.
Yo
mama and your cousin too.
Rolling
Coming
through
up.
the strip on foes.
Coming up, Simon Cadillac doors. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dog.
Bombs over
Atlanta's
Baghdad.
like everything, man. They had Evander Holyfield, even though I was a Mike Tyson fan.
You know who we had? Like I said, I was in the Wyandotte area.
The Dot.
You know who we had?
Who?
Shit, what was his name? shit. God dang it. The fucking white guy.
His name was shit.
No, what the fuck? The white guy. The big white guy. Fuck. AIDS.
Oh,
Rocky.
Yeah.
Tommy Morrison.
Tommy Morrison.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to, he was around the Wyandotte area.
He was from the Dot,
I don't know if he was from there,
but he just.
but
boxed.
he was
in that area.
he was in that area.
Hmm.
I would,
I
I
didn't know
had,
that.
there was a, so this is going to go real deep. I'm going to go deep
Yeah.
on a personal level here.
Uh-oh.
I lived in Wyandotte. I lived right next to a YMCA.
Mm.
The YMCA had an outdoor pool. My roommate and I would hop that fence at night, like midnight. We'd smoke a joint. We'd hop the fence and we'd go do laps. We'd swim laps until we couldn't swim anymore. That's how we stayed in shape.
Mm.
We'd hop back over the fence. We'd go back to our apartment. We'd smoke another joint. Do you know what backgammon is?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Backgammon is like the oldest board game known to man.
Mm.
It's a great game.
Never played.
We would play that for an hour or so. Then we'd, smoke another joint. And then we'd go to this place called the Wyandotte Cafe off State Avenue. And we would have eating challenges. We would each order a whole entree, and then say, "I bet you," and we'd pay the bill. Whoever lost had to pay the bill. "I bet you I can eat what you just ate, and you can't eat what I just ate." And then we'd order the other person's meal and see who could eat the whole one. See who could finish first.
Mm-hmm.
And if we both finished, we'd keep going until there was a loser.
And run the bill up.
And run the bill up and just keep going until one person couldn't stop eating.
Oh, wow. How many of those did you win?
I won quite a bit, and he
Nice.
won quite a bit. We were
Yeah.
both like,
50-50.
yeah,
Pretty even.
yeah. That's what we used to do. And then that was when, Outcast was really big. And I remember that being bigger than Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, man.
you know.
ATL, dog.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys were really big around here.
Yeah.
But again, that was when you would have been back here. You said you were in Kansas City in 99.
Mm-hmm. But shoot, though, like I said, dude, before Ludacris was big, I was probably 9th or 10th grade, I would say.
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
94, 95.
He hit big in Atlanta before he hit big for us.
He was DJ, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
'Cause-
just 103 down there.
I don't think most America heard about Ludacris until, way past then.
What that racing movie he was in? What, the Fast and Furious?
No, it was before that. I would say I knew about him before that, but I've
Yeah.
always been more on that side.
Yeah,
I've
he was
been on
grinding, baby. He was a DJ before he was
Yeah,
Luda.
but I'm saying as far as like regular America.
Yeah, yeah.
Would have been like, what were some of the big early hits of his?
Man, he had so many.
But like the Austin Powers, before Austin Powers even. I'm with a 9-inch Louisville Slugger. Yeah, like even before that. Like I think there was one album before that where he started kind of getting American mainstream.
Yeah, shit, man.
Disturbing the Peace, the DDP.
DDP click.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a lot of them, man.
Yeah.
I was a Tupac guy though.
Were ya?
Yeah, man, Tupac.
From Atlanta, you like Tupac.
Loved him, man.
Okay.
You know,
Everybody
and
loved him.
And I think it was just the military moving around everywhere.
That makes sense.
You know,
Yeah.
Being
You're
hearing-
not
hearing
biased.
different. Yeah.
You're not biased to East or West Coast.
Yeah.
I was the same way.
Yeah.
I think at the time,
I like Biggie, but I was Tupac.
I think I would. You know who I was actually? I was actually No Limit Soldiers back then.
We No Limit Soldiers. I thought I told
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, I got my
Dude, Master P.
Yeah, Mystical. Yeah.
Ah.
No.
Yeah, man.
That's right. I got my boot camp click. I
Yeah,
got my
dog.
rifle and my rucksack.
Yeah.
I was more into. I liked both of them, but I was more of a No Limit Soldiers than I was either Biggie or Tupac.
Yeah.
And once I got older and started listening and kind of trying to appreciate them more,
Mm-hmm.
I think I lean more towards Biggie
Yeah.
because I think Tupac was just too angry.
Yeah.
He was just too upset.
You ever seen Poetic Justice?
Yeah, of course. Of
Great.
course.
Dude was a great actor too.
Great act. He was
Juice.
overall artist, by far more talented.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're going straight hip hop, which is what I'm a hip hop head,
Yeah.
I gotta say Biggie.
Yeah.
I gotta say Biggie. I got to.
Hey.
If I'm choosing between one or the two, but if I'm choosing whatever,
Yeah.
like I said, I mean, come on, man.
Hit 'em
Who's
up.
that creeping through my
Hit 'em
window?
up.
Pow! Nobody
Nobody
now.
now.
I mean, come on, man.
Going back
We
to
know-
Cali?
Ain't nothing
What?
changed about my bank account. I'm still the same. I mean, like I Mystical. I mean,
Biggie, remember when I used to let you sleep on the couch? You begged the bitch to let you sleep in the house.
and if I'm really going old school and straight up, it's 8-Ball and MJG.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
Mr. Big. They call me Mr.
Mr.
Big, but
Big.
not because of my size.
Size.
Yeah, I mean, that's my
Uh,
jam right there.
Well, what about oh shit, bitch?
Too short?
Too short.
Yeah. Don't even get me started. Too short's
That's the
ruined my life.
That's the only word he knows.
Oh my, bitch.
Bitch.
He's still out there.
He
He's
can't complain about
all
my
right.
bitch because I taught him well.
Oh my god. Oh my. Are you Too Short fan?
Yeah, man.
Dude, he
Absolutely.
is. Yeah, if
Yeah.
I gotta say, come on, Cocktails.
You should be getting it.
Oh my gosh.
Get it while the get this good. Get
And-
it while you can.
and-
You should
and-
be.
Especially with the hustle shirt,
Yeah.
burn the boats and go all in.
Yeah.
Of course, you're behind Too Short because that dude is getting it.
Yeah.
That dude is the hardest hustler.
Where's he at lately? You
Are you
seen or heard
kidding?
anything of
Yes,
him?
I have. He
What's
was
up?
on gosh. Oh, come on.
I haven't been
Charlemagne the
paying
God.
attention.
Charlemagne the God. Breakfast Club. He was just
Okay.
on the Breakfast Club recently.
Yeah.
He's had get this shit. Get this stupid shit. This won't make any sense to you. He's got some sexual assault charges against him. Of all the people, you think Too Short needs to push himself upon anybody? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? And so he's fighting it and he's
Yeah.
suing back because he's like, "Are you? No, this is ridiculous. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this. Ain't my mo." But he's super cool about it. He's like, "It comes with the territory, but I'm fighting it." And he has spent so much money on lawyers fighting this shit, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, I am. Too Short fan since '96.
Yeah, man. You've been
Yeah.
doing it for a long time.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
he's. If I'm getting real, 'Cause I don't think there's anybody that's gonna listen this long to this podcast.
No,
Maybe.
we're not that cool. Huh?
No, we are. If they are, they're getting some real deep information. Too Short, it influenced my life
Yeah.
as far, not in a positive way,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Down at the old outhouse.
You know what I mean? Like when you're at an impressionable age, I guess I'm not gonna lie. I listened when I first got introduced to rap and hip hop. When I first started getting into it, I was at a very young, impressionable age. And do you know? Take a wild guess who my first group that I got into and heard was and got super into.
Snoop Dogg.
2 Live Crew.
2 Live Crew.
Yeah.
Mm.
At a very young age.
All right.
At a age you shouldn't be hearing about like, me so horny. Me so horny.
Yeah.
Let the doorknob hit you where the dog
Dog
should have
bit
bit you. You know what I mean? Like I should know that shit at like
Yeah.
13 or whatever I was.
Yeah, man. I was Snoop Dogg, man. Probably 6th grade. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Gin
God.
and juice.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember.
On cassette tape.
Yes. I remember where I was when those when the videos first came out.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember going into shop class. And shop class, we had. It was more of a shop class than it had other things. It had audio visuals too. You could do like a TV show.
Yeah.
And me and a buddy did a TV show, and it was a show about hip hop music. And I was in like the 6th or 7th grade. We had Cypress Hill on there.
Oh,
We had
shit.
Snoop Dogg on there, and it was like, and it was all right when that stuff was just blowing up. I remember where I was when Bow Wow Wow,
Yippee
yippee
yo,
yo,
yippee
yippee yay.
yay.
I remember where I was when I first saw Snoop Dogg hit the scene like that.
Yeah.
That was such a big moment in our, I think, in our generation.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
do you remember where you were when the first time when you saw him drop that? Like the first time when Snoop Dogg was introduced to you, like, 'cause it was special.
Yeah.
Like Snoop Dogg is what he is now, and everybody
Like I
knows
said, I
him.
was probably 6th grade, so
Yeah.
I was in
You were, yeah,
Augusta, Georgia.
yeah.
Yeah. Augusta, Georgia, man.
Do you remember? I just remember the first time seeing it, and it was just like, it was one of those things where you're like, this guy's something special. As soon as he dropped, as
Mhm.
soon as that shit
Yeah.
dropped, it was like, oh, what is this?
Rolling down the street.
Yeah, smoking Indo, sipping on.
gin and juice.
Oh, I'm gonna get
Laid back.
my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Now that I got me some Seagram's gin, everybody
Everybody
got the cups, but they ain't
chipping
chipping
in.
in. Now this back to shit happens all the time.
They
Yeah,
gotta get
man.
yours before I gotta get mine.
See, everything is fine when you listen to the D.O.G.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was the man. He still is. He's changed,
The
man.
funny thing is he's so cliche now, and he's so like he's almost become
He's got his own strand of weed.
yeah, but he's almost become like this cartoon character.
Like Eddie Murphy, man. You
Eddie
remember Eddie Murphy?
Yeah. I nobody.
To Dr. Doolittle?
I you probably would be surprised at how big of an Eddie Murphy fan I was.
Dude. Eddie Murphy Raw, baby.
I'm talking all his movies.
Yeah.
I'm talking Lethal Weapon.
Beverly
Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah. And plus, I was from Michigan, and his character Axel Foley was from Detroit.
Axel Foley, yeah.
Was from Detroit. So yeah, I was a big Eddie Murphy. Yeah, and it's a Dr. Dolittle. He started losing it once he started doing the frumps.
The clumps.
The clumps. What? Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor.
I was like, all right, look, I was with you until Boomerang.
Yeah.
Boomerang was cool.
Yeah. Dude, he got a lot of grades.
But then
But
Nutty Professor's funny. Nutty Professor's cool. I can get on board, but
he
had to start getting
kid friendly.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
what it was.
Come on, man.
That's what it
Give
was.
me that. Yeah, give me that Axel Foley. Give me that Raw. Eddie Murphy Raw.
Yeah, he could have still been.
Come on, give me that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get that red jacket with them zippers.
You know, one of my favorite actors of all time.
Give me a hint.
A male.
Okay. Well, you said actors.
Yeah.
That means male.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Dun,
dun, dun. Same last name as mine. Do you know my last name?
You told me, but I probably forgot.
Estate.
I don't know then.
The capital of the United States.
Oh, Denzel.
Denzel, baby.
That's your favorite?
Training Day, one of my
Training
favorite
Day is
movies
great.
of all time.
I mean,
But he can act so many roles.
If you're gonna argue Denzel,
Man on Fire.
Man on Fire. You know which one?
Philadelphia with Julia Roberts.
I'm like, I'm not. I guess if
Devil in a Blue Dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the last one I saw of his that I thought was pretty good? Was that Flight one where he was a pilot?
Dude, I haven't been able to watch any of it.
Oh, really?
But I know which one you're talking about.
Oh, that's a good one. He's a drunk pilot.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Everything he does is good. Training
is.
Day, of course.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, Denzel's amazing.
He's a man. Now he's directing, I guess.
He's your favorite actor of all time?
One of.
It's hard to pick a favorite.
There. Yeah, there's a lot, dudes. You know, Al Pacino.
Pacino back in the day.
Back in the day, De Niro.
De Niro back in the day before the Fockers.
The Heat. That movie, The Heat.
Heat's great.
Woo.
That's based on a true story. Did you know that?
Cold.
Did you know? Not very long ago. That was based on a story in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
Got gunfight and everything.
I don't know that I knew that.
Now it makes it a little more interesting, doesn't it? Yep. That's based on a true story.
It's a great movie, man.
Yeah. I'm thinking some of my favorite. Keanu Reeves.
He's good.
I love him.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who's the best?
The Matrix.
Yeah. Christian Bale.
Mm-hmm.
And the best actor of all time. A bastard in a basket. Daniel Day-Lewis. Daniel Day-Lewis is a fucking just absolute genius when it comes. You know who else is good?
There's a lot, man.
And this, when I was in high school, when I was a senior, I would have hated on this dude so hard because I was a hater at times.
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio is a bad motherfucker.
I still have to see The Wolf of Wall Street, man.
That's not a big deal.
No.
But some of his other movies, just as far as like the artistry goes, he's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. You watched many of his things?
What was the love movie?
Titanic?
Titanic.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
But he was a good actor in that.
Yeah.
Departed. You seen The Departed?
I don't feel like I have.
Okay.
I don't think
The Departed, you're going to love.
All right.
It's like a hardcore, do you like The Godfather?
Yeah.
Type.
Absolutely.
Okay. The Departed, watch The Departed.
All
How have you
right.
not seen that?
All right.
The Beach.
The Beach.
The Beach is one of his.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yeah.
The Beach is really good.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Dude,
else?
I used to be more of a movie buff, but
I'm not a big movie buff. I just know there's a few things that.
Yeah. I used to be, man. I could go to the movies and watch them all day long.
What do you like to do now for fun? So you're a banging car salesman, knocking it out on the park, but like Baron drives Ford. How about Baron does play when he's by himself, like with your wife or by yourself? Like, what kind of shit do you like to do?
Man, so we try to stay active. So I try to work out. I play basketball every Monday for a couple hours. And
Every
then,
Monday?
On Monday. Yeah,
Nice.
man.
That's a workout.
Yeah, 2 hours a week. We play full court.
Oh, nice.
But on Sundays, that is so the dealership's closed. It's family time. We try to do whatever. We grill. But
Nice.
we do have volleyball.
Volleyball today. Do I have to let you go?
I
don't wanna hold you hostage.
No, we're good.
I don't want to hold you hostage.
We're
I'll
good.
let you go
We're
whenever.
good. It'll be here in a little bit, but we love to dominate. Right, babe? Our team is tremendous, man.
What's your team name?
You know, I don't remember our team.
Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow. No, I'm guilty of not knowing, but my teammates are lovely. We got Aaron. We got my wife. We got Ben, his wife, Emmy.
Is it beach volleyball?
No, so
Okay.
we do. So we do sand in the summer.
Oh, that'd be
right
fun.
now it's indoor, so you can definitely jump.
Pretty cold out.
A little higher now.
Yeah.
You know than indoor, than you can. Yeah, and yeah, it's cold.
Yeah.
But we got Mr. Mays too. He is a military man, very athletic. Love playing with that dude. Our team is great. We've come a long way. When I first started playing, my wife, it was her idea.
Yeah.
She
It's a
said,
good way to stay
"Can you
in shape.
play? Can you play volleyball?" Yeah, I could play volleyball.
Play
man.
anything, babe.
I'm black. I can play anything. So yeah, I was not very good. I could serve. I could always serve, but
Hold on.
yeah.
You said you're black and play anything. You said you got cut from baseball and basketball.
I know, right?
Basketball is the blackest sport ever, and you got cut from
I
that.
got
That's pretty
cut.
bad.
That's bad, right? So that's why I play rec ball now. I'm like, yeah, I'm the king, baby. And because I'm so big, they just move out of the way when I go to the hole.
Right.
But yeah, man, we do volleyball, man, and I love it. So
Volleyball is great. I love volleyball.
Do you golf?
I can golf. I got clubs.
Yeah.
I can break 100.
Yeah. So
I frisbee golf.
I don't think I'm that good, but yeah, I've never frisbee golf. I was wondering what that was.
Frisbee golf.
I've been offered many times, but never frisbee golf. I do golf occasionally when I can.
Best thing about frisbee golf,
What?
it's free.
It's free. That's good.
I'll take you sometime if you're interested.
Yeah, check
I'll-
it out. I'm always down to check
You're an
things
athlete.
out.
You want to try new things?
Yeah.
It is a
I've
lot
done
of fun.
pickleball. Have you done that?
I played pickleball in high school.
My girl Frankie took me to pickleball the
Pickle-
first time ever. So Frankie, shout out to Frankie if you watch
Holla
this.
at your boy Frankie.
Yeah, this we do show so I do a lot of social media, right? Frankie's one of my girls. Stacy Savage, we do Saturday video every week. And Frankie she invited me to her birthday party.
Frankie did?
Frankie did.
Nice. Happy birthday, Frankie.
Yeah. A while ago, not now, but when we went to pickleball. And yeah, man, that was my first experience with pickleball, and I loved it.
It's so fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's nice.
I live in this cul-de-sac, which is, it's not like the nice houses. If you go a couple blocks that way, those are the nice houses, and there's a homeowners association. And down there they have a pool, and they have a basketball court, and they also have a pickleball court.
Oh, really?
I was thinking about going down there when there's like some kids down there, and we're
Yeah.
like,
Man,
they changed the code on this. What's the code on this to get in here? Oh, it's 2847. And then
Yeah.
I can get in there whenever I want to play pickleball because there's a pickleball court down there.
I probably know some people down there. Man,
Right here?
I'm from this area, so
I don't know anybody.
I'm here in Liberty. We need a little pickleball for my man. All right,
I want to play pickleball.
Baron Drives Fords. Anybody that watches this, We need pickleball access,
Yes.
right?
Clay Woods
Clay Woods.
in the Clay Woods neighborhood.
All right, shout it out. Hook it
Yeah.
up.
Let me play some
got you.
pickleball. Let's play.
I got you on a car wash if you ever want to come to the dealership. Free car wash on Barron, Washington, baby.
You
All
heard
right.
it. And if you play me, I'll probably play you for money.
Hey,
I'm a degenerate like that.
let's go.
Let's do it.
I've been known to make a few wagers in my day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On what?
Man, one time, many times, you know, betting on sports is pretty fun. So one time, my boy Derek, if you watch this, D Noker, one of my good boys for a long time.
Sorry, dude. You're about to get roasted.
We we used to go in together and put bets on, sports, and we'd roll out with like $25 just to start.
Right.
So one time we got on this hot roll, and I think we probably got about.
Where are you making these bets at? Online?
Online,
or
yeah.
Okay. Bodog or what?
I think it was Bodog at that time.
Probably.
Right before they started like
Yep.
crunching down or getting,
Yep.
you can't do this.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we, shit, it was an adrenaline rush. So
I love it. Yeah. I used to do that shit too. I gambled all the time.
Yeah. So it was like, $25,
Right.
a piece. We're good. We can handle it. So yeah, man, we got up to about $2,000 or so.
Wow.
And
nice.
yeah, right.
Wow.
And so at that point, we was like, oh, we could do basketball, we could do NFL, we could do.
We're the men.
We're the men.
We
dude.
got this.
Yeah, we'd win, we'd lose, So
Let's quit our jobs and do this. We're
let's
so
quit our
good at
job
it.
and do this. Yeah, yeah. We thought maybe.
Right.
So Super Bowl, man. I told you I grew up Dan Marino and
Yep.
Peyton Manning.
Right.
Watched him win Tennessee when he was
Right.
back then,
Right. Oh yeah.
and Colts Saints Super Bowl. We had the party at my house.
What a good matchup.
Yeah.
What a good matchup.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Let's take 500 on the Colts to win. We had the money. We started with $25. We had $2,000.
Right.
500. They're gonna win. No doubt in my mind. Peyton's got this game. So about halftime, I think they were getting their asses kicked, and then Sean Payton decided to do the onside kick.
Yep. I remember that. Yeah.
And he was like, "All right,
that was
man.
a ballsy move.
That was a ballsy move," and they recovered it. And he said, "Man, I think we should take the Saints to cover the spread in the second half."
Yeah.
And so I said, "All right, man, we ain't got nothing to lose."
For how much?
I think another 500.
Okay.
Right. So we ended up winning that, obviously, because they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But dude, as soon as I saw that golden, bronze confetti, black confetti falling from the skies, dude, I couldn't watch Sports Center for a week. I was sick, man. Like, not for the money, just because I love Peyton Manning.
Oh, really?
And I never thought he would lose.
Yeah.
That, and everybody was at my house. Like, I probably, if you pulled everybody back and said, "Hey, man, how was he?" I was probably a dick.
Yeah.
I wasn't outwardly, but probably inwardly. You know. I couldn't talk to anybody at that point. It was it was a pretty bad day for me.
It's funny how emotional we can get with
Over sports, man.
over sports and money.
Dudes we don't even know.
Yeah. Exactly.
But rooted for that dude, man. And I Drew Brees is a good dude.
Yeah.
That I think that was during the Hurricane Katrina.
Oh yeah,
or
that
a
was
little
when
bit,
they
like
yep.
right after.
They had that momentum going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good, good for him. But
Yeah.
I was a Peyton Manning fan, so of course
How come?
it sucked. I've always liked the quarterback, man.
Yeah. Who do you like now?
Dan Marino,
Oh!
Patrick Mahomes.
Hold on. That's right.
Mahomes.
Before we went on our break, we were asking.
Mahomes.
You wanted me to finish my thoughts on Mahomes.
Yes, sir.
I gotta piss again.
All right.
What is wrong with me?
Mm.
We've been going for. This is roughly a 2-hour podcast.
Oh wow,
Does it feel short?
it does.
That's a compliment
Yeah.
when somebody says that.
It
That means
does.
you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna
Absolutely.
piss. You don't have to hold court if you don't want to, but you can. Just kind of say shit whatever you want. Talk about
We'll talk about my group that I started with Rob and Bradshaw,
There you go. Do that. I'm gonna pee
my homies,
and have another beer.
rolling with my homies.
Do you want another cider?
Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, I'll take one more.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. So yeah, Patrick Mahomes, the dude is a artist. Like I said, I wasn't very convinced when I went to training camp in St. Joe, but when he came out game one, gangbuster. He's probably kicking butt right now. Actually, they're playing Cleveland. Hopefully, I had hoped to be done to kind of watch this, but it's been flowing pretty well, so we're going to go with it, right? Go with the flow. But I do eventually have a volleyball game tonight because we try to stay active. And but Patrick Mahomes is the truth. He's just one of those guys that you can just see the talent, see that that it factor, and it's amazing to watch because growing up, Dan Marino was just some guy that I got to see from afar do it, and Peyton Manning is just some guy that I got to see from afar do it, and Patrick Mahomes is actually here in Kansas City, and we get to watch him for hopefully years to come. What he's doing now in his second year, but his actual first year in the role of getting to run the team has been tremendous. So I remember Peyton Manning's first rookie season, he got to play. He threw a crazy number of interceptions. And of course, in my mind anyway, one of the greatest to ever do it. No matter how many Super Bowls he ended up with, that's just, my opinion. But Patrick Mahomes is in one season just breaking all kinds of crazy records. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes, in his future with the industry, being a part of Andy Reid, arguably the best team that Andy Reid has ever had, being a part of the Philadelphia Eagles, where he was able to, take them to the Super Bowl with T.O. and Donovan McNabb on one leg, and come within, I want to say it was like 7 points of winning that Super Bowl. But with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and
Sammy Watkins.
Sammy Watkins, and Sammy Watkins is just the fourth option.
We just drink all of the alcohol. We drank all the beer and all the cider.
Yeah.
I opened my fridge. There's nothing left.
There's nothing left.
We drank it all.
baby.
I've got one left. You want to split that with me?
No, I still got this, man. I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I might take a taste of it just so I can, once I get done with this. But
Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
just so I can say I tasted it.
Go ahead and kill it. I'll give you half.
Oh yeah, right now.
Why
huh?
not? Yeah, I'm twisting your
Get
arm.
it out of the way.
Yeah, chug, chug, chug. Did you do that shit in college?
Of course.
Yeah.
We did keg stand.
Keg stands, baby. Those were the
Mm.
best.
Your teeth would get so cold.
Yeah, I remember. The amazing thing was getting like the 5'3", 110-pound chick upside down
Oh yeah.
on a keg stand. Like what?
I don't know if we ever had them that big.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's split this last one. This is the Free State Oatmeal Stout.
All right.
This is so when Katrinka was on the she had mentioned she likes dark beers, and I went to the liquor store, and they didn't have a single dark beer other than Guinness.
Yeah.
And I wasn't gonna get Guinness. That's not really the best.
I
And
wouldn't mind going to Ireland someday.
that's different. I think Guinness in Ireland
Yeah,
is
it's
a lot.
different.
Yeah, it's like it's a whole nother thing. But think about coffee. Shit, we said you don't like coffee without like a bunch of milk and sugar.
Yeah, this one's for you, baby. I'm gonna try this and tell you.
Yeah,
how
give
I
it a
like
sniff.
That's what we-
Oatmeal
that's what we did
stout.
in the restaurant
Think
business, right?
about think. I want you to think about. Hold on. Like, give me a minute. I'm going to tell you something to think about before you take your first sip, because it might help the flavor profile. Give me a minute. Take a sip and think about oatmeal cookie.
Oatmeal cookies.
Just think about an oatmeal cookie as you
I
take
love-
a sip.
I love oatmeal cookies. You said it didn't taste like that earlier.
Just think about it, though.
It's
Different.
it's different. It's got
Chocolate.
chocolate. It's got but also
Bitterness.
airy flavor, like airy. Like there's texture to the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's thick. It's
Thick.
kind of, almost creamy, but not
Mhm.
quite. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oatmeal stouts are they're just a thicker kind of.
Almost like when you do toothpaste, like that. Almost, but it's good. I actually
It's
liked
not
it.
bad. If you the trick about beer or a lot of things is just getting your mindset right.
Mm-hmm.
If you know ahead of time, if you can kind of think about something as you're taking it, it'll put your palate,
Yeah.
your taste buds in that
Prepared.
realm and be like, okay, this is what I should expect.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you think about it, it's like, oh yeah, I was expecting, like, if you saw this, just dark, gross, heavy stuff. Ugh.
Yeah.
But if you think about an oatmeal cookie and just think about that as it slides down, it's kind of like, oh, I can see that. Or like a little slight chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
You can be like, oh, I get that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of beers you can do that with. And
Mhm.
I'm a beer nerd. I love all kinds of beers.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of, if you can kind of help people develop their palate that way.
I got a buddy like that,
Yeah.
Paul Dishman.
Shout out to Paul.
Paul Dishman. He
What up?
loves so like Hy-Vee. I don't know where you get your beers, but there's certain Hy-Vees that
Hy-Vee is the
have
shit.
everything.
Hy-Vee is, if you don't want to support local people, go to Hy-Vee because it's hard to compete with them.
Yeah.
They've got the best deal and they have the best selection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard to compete. I try to support local.
Yeah.
That's where I got this stuff from. But yeah, Hy-Vee is phenomenal.
A quite huge selection.
Yeah, it's hard to argue.
Yeah. My wife shops there for like our meats.
Yeah.
We do so I grill out a lot on Sundays,
Ooh.
and we do bratwurst.
Oh, they got all the
brat
burgers.
Jalapeno brat burgers. Yeah, man.
You ever had the pineapple ones?
Yep. Yeah.
Get out of here.
You don't want to make yours anymore. Like that's what I used to do. Like make the patty and it shrink up on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're ready to go, and they're like $1 a patty.
Yeah. Yeah, they are exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah. The pineapple ones are like, they're like meat cakes.
Mm-hmm.
They're like these tasty, sweet pineapple meat patties.
Yeah, man.
They're so good.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
I love grilling out.
I'm a big griller too. What do you
Yeah.
like to grill? What's your favorite thing? You got any secret or
Pork
like
chops, man.
pork chops?
Yep. I love pork chops.
How do you do it?
So I used to marinate a lot, but with what I do now, I just whatever Mama does. She says, "Hey, this is it." She prepares it, and I cook it. But
What does
usually,
she do?
I don't know. She doesn't divulge the secret recipes. But me,
No?
when I was doing it, I would take some soy sauce. I would take a little bit of what's the seasoned salt. Do that.
Just regular sea salt?
Regular season.
Oh, seasoned salt. Okay.
Yeah, the
Sea salt or like
no,
seasonal type?
seasonal salt.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that, and then a little bit of beer.
What kind of beer?
I would do at that time. I was doing Bud Light.
Okay.
You could probably do whatever you want. I'm sure.
Right.
But the key is just to let it marinate. Like
Yeah.
you don't want it. You want this to sit for like a day.
Oh, you let it sit for a whole day.
Yeah,
That's the way to
and
do
get
it.
in there, right? And then yeah, man, on Sunday, see what happens. A little salt and pepper on it,
Yep.
and do that. And then yeah, just see what happens. But nowadays, Mama does everything 'cause I work so much. On Sunday, that's our day. We hang out. I grill. We do whatever. Sometimes I make breakfast.
Well,
Love me some eggs, pancakes, waffles,
Sunday breakfast. Come on.
orange juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You can't mess with Sunday breakfast.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
French toast.
I didn't eat anything today, though.
I think I said that. I still have not. I don't know. Let me see what time it is. I've been up since it's 2:00 right now. I've been up since. Well, we had a time change.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was up at 6:00 because my daughter is used to waking up at like 7,
Mm-hmm.
so it was like 6.
Yeah.
I went up from 6 and it's 2 now. I don't think I've had one solid thing to eat today. I've had beer. I've had 6 beers.
Yeah, me too. We're 6 persons in the morning.
Oh my God, we're a couple of
Luscious.
yeah. We're a couple of 90s babies,
Didn't get
right? This is
anything
how it's done in the
accomplished
90s, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys don't know about this. This is how we
Hey,
roll.
I told you, man.
Millennials can't hang with this. They're the gayest generation ever.
Oh, man. What are they drinking these days, the millennials?
I would probably say,
Pepsi?
no. I'd probably say
No?
like LaCroix water,
Yeah.
like sparkling water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
They don't want to offend anybody, and it's just water,
Our
but it
health-
has a little flavor.
Our health is important.
Our health, our personal health is important.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Do you exercise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been, for the most part I do. I've been on I've been on a stretch where I haven't, but I need to get back into it.
Yeah. Hey, I have too.
Yeah.
I was doing good for a long time. And so, I'm going to put it out there that I'm going to commit to getting back, because I'm going to definitely promote this podcast.
Oh, nice.
Right? It'll air
Tomorrow.
Monday.
November 6th,
Ooh, baby.
7th, something. I don't know. The day before the election. Get out there and vote, you guys.
Get out there and vote. vote
If
is
you're in
always
Missouri, vote yes on Amendment 2.
Ooh.
Vote no on Amendment 3 and no on Proposition A.
Ooh, Prop A.
Yeah. Amendment 2 is the medical marijuana.
Ooh.
15. All the taxes go to veterans. So let's support the veterans.
Yeah.
Get out there and vote, please.
Yeah. Vote is important.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. If you're on this long, hopefully.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
Your first podcast. What was that? How long did you go?
30 minutes.
Oh man, I've held you hostage like a mofo. We've been here for a hot minute.
I think 30 minutes. That's probably all Joey Little could stand of me.
Oh, come on, man. Was it in studio or was it?
So he came to the dealership, man.
Where's he? So he's from here?
Yeah, he's local. He's auto alert.
Is his podcast pretty big?
As far as I know, I've caught a couple episodes.
Oh, and he's
Yeah.
local and he's got that big of a
Yeah.
following. That's cool to see.
Search him out, man. Joey Little.
I will check him out. I like supporting
Auto
local
Alert.
podcasts.
So my owner, Todd Crosley, over at Gary Crosley Ford, is a great dude. Does a lot in the community, but he came up with the company, Auto Alert. Him and a few group of his people. But Joey Little works for Auto Alert, and a group of his people wrote an article off of the podcast.
Oh,
So
cool.
that's the magazine that I gave
Right,
to you.
yeah.
So I sent it out, of course. You know, it's my first one. I was super excited.
Of course, it's fun.
So
Podcasts are fun. I'm
they're
having
fun,
I'm having
man.
a great time, man.
They're fun,
I
bro.
appreciate you being here.
Yeah. And they made an article, man, and they was like, going forward, would you like to be a part of whatever we do? And I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see where they go. I think that they're, growing and only can get better. And it'll be cool to be on the journey. And
What are your goals? Like, so selling cars is like your stunting is a habit. I'm selling cars right now. Like, but what's your like long-term goal?
Man, independent freedom
Yeah.
to do whatever it is I want to do.
Okay.
And I don't even know what that is yet, honestly.
Okay. That's nice that you want to do that, but you don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
You're looking for it.
Yeah.
You got any ideas?
I'd love to get into real estate.
Yeah.
It-
This seems like the natural progression. You go from a restaurant to selling cars to we're selling real estate.
Yeah. And maybe being just an owner of something.
Dude, you're gonna have you're gonna run for president. You're gonna be like the next Donald Trump.
The next Donald Trump. Hey, man. You know.
What kind of wig can we get you for that forward hair?
Yeah. What do you think? Fetch me some big money?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's the crazy thing. It's just
This is a stepping stone.
it's a stepping stone,
Okay.
man. And even in this year of transition, like I love the car business, man. What I love about it is there's just so many people that you can help, and there's so many situations that people come to you for assistance, whether it be a natural disaster, whether it be a car accident, whether it be
Yeah.
they just want to get out of a vehicle. Everyone's different, right?
Right. Every story is different.
Every story's different, man. But the underlining why,
You love your job, huh?
Is-
You love the hustle.
yeah,
You love the hustle.
yeah, it's crazy.
You've been hustling for a while.
Yeah, man. But it's been a year of
You love it.
learning different ways to reinvent myself
Yeah.
in the business, right?
How do you like that?
I'm learning a lot, man.
Is it fun to learn that, or is it frustrating, or
It's
both?
it's both,
Yeah.
you know, because I've committed to doing a video at least 6 days a week.
To
It's,
yourself,
to myself, yeah,
and you don't want to let yourself down.
and I don't.
How many? Once a week?
Once a week.
One video once a week.
One video.
Is that like
6
one
days
sale a week, or just
a week. Nope. So
you want to do a video here?
do a video here today.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Help you with your goal.
Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah, why not?
Well, actually on Sundays I don't, but we will do a photo,
Nice.
right? And maybe I will do a video and then I'll release it. I'll release it tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah. We'll do a video. We'll do a video. I like that.
Yeah.
didn't even
Why
think of
not?
that. But yeah, man. So I themed it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, different theme.
Nice.
And but every day I do that. Sunday's more just a question. So I pose a question to my Facebook followers, usually on Sunday.
What was your
and
question today?
You know, I missed my question today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But maybe we'll pimp the podcast, right? And try to get some people to listen to this.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, man. I'm not
So-
asking for any
No,
favors.
But
I don't like asking people for things. It was hard
Hey.
for me to ask you to be on the podcast.
hey, man. Hey, it was cool.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, usually anything, you know, I try to just engage with my people and
Right.
keep that relationship with them just to let them know that I'm there. And if they ever need anything, they know where to find me. They know that I care about them. And we can find out different things about each other.
That's cool that you actually have the empathy to like care about these people.
Yeah.
Like I'm not out here trying to make a buck. Yeah, making a buck I do need to do, but that doesn't mean I don't care about you.
Yeah.
Like I do care. I want you to be happy. This is a big investment. I'm putting my all into this. I believe in it and I want you to be happy. That's really cool to see. Like that is not the car salesman stereotype. And I would think you want that stereotype out there because you break that mold. If I were you, I'd be like, I want the asshole, the go-getter, the scumbag stereotype. I want all of those out there
Yeah.
because when they find me, they're going to be hooked for life because I'm not that douchebag, crazy, outrageous, methed up pimp.
Yeah.
For lack of a better terminology, I actually do care about you.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man. Like
Yeah.
that's really cool. Like it's you don't. I think the empathy of that in a salesman is very rare, and I think that's really cool that you have that. And I don't know, man. It's kind of cool to see.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, it's the only way to be, man. And if you're not, dude, you're costing yourself sales, because of it. Because nothing done selfishly is ever going to get you anything better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's weird, but I think it just goes back to being that military that always been.
Yeah.
And maybe it was just the circumstances that I was in. It's just trying to pay it forward and give them what I was given the opportunity to have.
Wow.
People helping me along the way.
I've talked to a couple people now that are just like really good people like you. And it makes me feel like, damn, there are like some just straight up really good people out there that like figure it out and just like are just really like good.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to get there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm bad, but they're
Trying to
like
figure it
that
out.
hustle DNA thing. I've got to work on that like super empathetic like.
We could probably help each other, man.
I don't know how I could help you.
I'm sure.
Don't know. You could help me a lot.
There's so many things I can learn from you, man.
I don't think there's anything you can learn from me, man. I
The
really
setup.
don't.
I'm thinking about something like this.
You can use me all you want.
Yeah.
Trust me. But learning from me personally,
Yeah.
I don't know. But if you want to use the studio for anything, please.
Yeah.
I've told people before, I don't have a lot to offer, but what I have, I'm willing to offer.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're more than welcome to come here and do anything you want, man.
So the guy that I started following, right, his name's Sean Hayes, and he says that your network is your net worth, right?
Okay.
It is.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that makes sense. You are who you surround yourself with.
right. So
Right.
Never graduated college. By no means am I where I want to be, but I think that I can get there just off of sheer will.
You know you can get there.
and-
You're
and
getting
grit
there. You're getting there.
and hustle to want it, right?
Man, that's
And
beautiful. That's
that's-
so motivating,
That's
man.
anybody. That's anybody. Everybody has that capability.
Do they?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
If they want it bad enough,
I want it bad enough.
right? So,
Look at you. You're
Yeah.
doing it.
I don't know.
You are. It's motivating.
It's motivating. man.
The podcast isn't for anybody but me. You're motivating me. Yeah. This is Anybody can do it. You just have to fucking do it.
Yeah, man.
Like there is something to like there is that Republican kind of mentality. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's kind of a bullshit saying, but there is some truth to it.
Yeah, because once you accomplish something, man.
Yeah.
So my dad, right, when we were growing up, my mom helped us. She was like, "Hey, well, I'll help you get a car."
Nice.
My parents will help you get a car. You have, we have.
Nice.
We'll go in and get it.
That's what parents are for.
Yeah. My dad, man, I had bought my own car when I was, yeah, they can do their own thing, but
Right.
of course, mom usually overrules.
Why?
Right?
Voodoo.
Yeah, the voodoo, baby.
We
The voodoo that you do. So yeah, mom overrules and she helps, get the car.
Right.
And it's just, man, I lost where I was trying to go with that. I had a really great thought about it.
About hustling, doing the right thing. Your mom helping you out.
Yeah.
Parents getting your first car.
Yeah, parents getting the first car.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that forgets about where
A
he's
profa-
going.
a
That feels so
profound
good.
thought.
Yes.
Ah.
It's always the good, profound ones that get lost in the ether.
Once you get that, them woodchucks in you.
The woodchucks are good, man. We've hammered all of our beer. I can't believe we did that.
Yeah.
Man, what's funny is, like I said, I had I was just hoping to get an hour-long podcast with you because I knew nothing. I was like, if I can just get that, this has been so much more than I thought.
Yeah.
Can I tell you who you remind me of?
Who's
now
that?
that I've been thinking about it just for a
Yeah.
minute, maybe now because I'm drunk.
Sure.
50 Cent.
50, a.k.a. Ferrari. I love me some
I
50.
I kind of get that. Like, just
Yeah.
maybe it's just the hat.
He was one of my dudes, man. I love
Yeah,
50.
I kind of get that. It's just a little, not like, you know what I
I've
mean?
heard that before.
Oh, have you?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. In the club.
Yeah.
Dude, he's one of the greats, man.
Is he?
Yeah. I loved him.
Yeah.
Now he's in the vodka. He's an entrepreneur, man.
He's a straight hustler.
Yeah.
I
Ever
respect.
evolving.
Look, I love 50. I've never not liked 50.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a gamer. Are you a gamer?
I used to be, man.
Did you ever play his game? 50 Cent Blood in the Sand.
Never. I was a PS2. That was the last.
That
thing
was
I had.
on. Okay, that wasn't on PS2. That was on 360
Yeah.
and PS3.
Man, I used to be huge Tiger Woods, huge Madden,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd play all night. And
Yeah, got to.
now,
All right, 50 Cent
Yeah.
had a great game. He is a hustler.
yeah.
That is, I've always loved him. Do you see what he just did at Ja Rule? You know him and Ja Rule have had beef
Always had
forever.
beef, yeah.
Did you see what he just
Nah.
did at Ja Rule the other day?
What did he do?
Do you know Ja Rule's coming to town?
I heard that.
Yeah.
To Kansas City.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm sure it's gonna be like a shitty little.
Yeah.
Anyways,
He was always on everybody's album anyway.
yeah,
It worked for him though.
Ja Rule I think just started going on tour again, and his first.
What would I be without you? Yeah.
Yes. This is so good. This is so good. I think it was like his first tour date. 50 bought the first 200 tickets in the audience.
Oh,
So like the first couple rows were completely empty.
Oh dang, that's crazy.
Like their beef goes back so long.
yeah.
You would think they'd have been over it by
Squashed
now.
it.
Right, like we're done with this shit. All right, Ja, I don't care. I've
forever.
obviously ruined you.
Yeah.
And I'm fitty.
It's
I'm
that-
doing what I'm doing. I'm making movies and shit.
And I still remember.
Yeah, and he's still going hard at him.
Yeah.
50 goes hard. He still goes hard.
Yeah. He's a man.
Yeah.
I like him.
What's not to like?
Yeah.
I'm funny when it comes to hip hop.
Yeah, man.
I,
I'm impressed. You
I
knew about Freaknik?
yeah.
Yeah.
I like hip hop. What can I say? I grew up
White Lightning likes hip hop.
White Lightning, fell in love with Two Live Crew at a very young age. To fell in love with Too Short. Oh my gosh, I mean Public Enemy. I was just thinking, who's my favorite? Gosh darn it, I forgot. Whatever. NWA,
Yeah.
Too Short. Two Live Crew. God, there was another one I was thinking of. Oh, here's one that you shouldn't like at the age that we were when he came out. Brother Lynch Hung. You remember? Do you know him?
Heard of him. Never really listened to it though.
So I think Tech Nine eventually signed him for a little bit. He's like a horror rap.
Okay.
He was Seasons of the Sickness. Yeah, I can't drop any N bombs around here, but it's. I'm trying to do the rap without using the word. Brothers guts and nuts and slabs of human meat, motherfucker. Guess what daddy's bringing home for supper? Brothers guts and nuts and human meat, motherfucker. Like he was like
Yeah.
straight like horror rap like to the nth degree.
Yeah, no. Never
Yeah.
listened to that.
No, it's a good thing you didn't.
Yeah.
It was that horror rap. Yeah, there's a few with that. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I like hip hop.
Yeah.
I forgot where we were going. We were going
Yeah,
somewhere.
We were.
50 Cent. He had the
Fitty.
beef.
The Ja Rule just squashed him.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think after you would just squash that beef after a while, but that's what keeps it great. Like 50's one of those that still keeps it real.
Yeah.
Instead of kind of selling out.
Maybe he's like, oh, this is your comeback tour.
yeah. I'm gonna squash it before you come back. I don't remember people. Hey, you're not as hood as you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ja Rule. Hey, man.
Ja Rule was he was an entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
What can you say?
Yeah.
I mean, that time was all about getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the 90s was all about that hip hop hustle.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you want to talk about hustle, what better era was there than that hip hop era? That was like a straight hustle. That's like when it all started.
Oh, yeah.
If you think about it, because once hip hop started changing, like Cash Money millionaires and
Mm.
shit. Pinky ring, bling bling.
Yeah.
I guess when things kind of started changing from, I used to eat sardines for dinner. Started going to like pinky ring, bling bling.
Yeah. Bling bling.
That's when the hustle really started.
Mm-hmm. Changing, making it your own.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. Dude, I just remember when Tupac died, I think it was probably 10th grade.
I think so.
And
I was on the bus.
I was on the bus, dude. It was a Friday night football game, and they got the news that Tupac died, and I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Music's going to suck.
Yeah.
It ain't going to be good no more. And, there's been a lot of artists that have come along the way that,
Yeah.
I mean, there's talent everywhere, man. You know what I mean? Like, if you're willing to put yourself out there and go for it, you'll find out great things about yourself and how far, your talent will take you just by taking the leap of faith and going for it, man. It's crazy.
What do you listen to these days?
Music?
Yeah. Are you a hip hop guy or what?
Oh yeah, Pandora, pretty much. I used to be more CDs. So, I'm freaking, late to the party. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I told you Facebook. I was late.
Right.
But now
You are
it's
late
just-
to everything, aren't
I'm
you?
late to everything.
Do you
man.
okay, so since you were late, are you now like, holy shit, I can't believe I was missing all of this? Or you're like, it's a necessary evil?
I think I'm like, yeah, I'm
Or
kind of crazy that I was late to this.
Yeah.
Um,
It's so much more convenient. You were saying, like, because you weren't involved with it,
mm-hmm.
but then you jumped into doing these videos.
Yeah.
However, since the technology has come so far along, you are able to jump in just like that, and it's super simplistic.
Seamlessly, yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
you kind of miss out that you didn't kind of
Yeah, see a lot of it.
start with the
beginning.
MySpace days.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, get the real practice.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's always ever changing, so there's always something to be learning.
Always. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what YouTube's all about.
YouTube, baby.
You've got volleyball to play.
Yeah.
I can't take up all of your time.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the heck out of this.
Yeah, me too, man.
If there's anything you want to pimp before we get out of here, I'll let you go. But man, I can't thank you enough. Katrinka hooked us up,
Yeah.
and we didn't even get into whole that.
K-Town, stay down. Katrinka.
Yeah.
Katrinka.
So I thank her for hooking us up. I thank you for coming here.
Yeah, man.
What do you want to go out on, and we can end it on that? 'Cause I've had a great time. I hope we can do this again.
Absolutely.
I really would. Like, I don't ask everybody to do this again. If you would be interested in doing this again, I'd be down, 'cause
Of course. Absolutely.
I'm only cutting this now because I think we've gone a long time,
Yeah, we have.
and I know you've got shit to do,
Yeah.
and I feel like I'm holding you hostage.
Mama's probably looking for me.
Yeah,
Love you, baby, by the way.
there you go.
The best wife in the world.
Man, look at you. Lucky you. I'm jealous.
But yeah, man, I'm happy that I got to hang out with you today, big dog. You can find me on Baron Drives Fords on all the social media platforms. I'm thinking about doing Snapchat. I don't know, but I am on Twitter, Baron Drives Fords, Baron Drives Fords on Facebook, Baron Drives Fords at Instagram, and thinking about Snapchat. I am on LinkedIn, YouTube, Baron Drives Fords.
Baron Drives Fords everywhere.
Everywhere.
Nice.
But, my personal car is a Lincoln.
Oh my gosh, you
Which-
pulled up, and that is a
Which-
fucking sweet ride. That thing is dope, dude.
Thanks, dog.
Damn, is that yours?
It is mine.
Damn.
Yep.
Man.
So I've owned a couple Ford Fusions. My wife drives a Ford Focus, but I do drive a Lincoln because I wanted the panoramic vista roof that this thing has. It's crazy. Stays open all summer, but that is why I do drive a Lincoln MKZ. But it is a part of Ford's family.
It's sick, man.
Thank you.
Is that what you got? Anything else?
Man, Tuesday Adventures, gonna be dope. Katrinka and I We're gonna be back. She just recently lost her grandmother, who she took care of. Um, you know, prayers out to the whole entire family. Uh, love that girl.
Yeah, she's great.
She'll give
She's
you the shirt off of her back.
you can just absolutely tell as soon as you meet her that she is one of those just beautiful souls.
Yeah, man.
You can just tell she's just
Very
a
talented.
really great person.
Her entire family, her brother, his wife, they're tremendous people, man, and just thankful to be friends with them. Just thankful to know them. And yeah, man, thankful to be here. Go Chiefs. Go, Mr. Mahomes.
You want to get in that real quick before we end?
My homie, rolling with my homie.
The Mahomes real quick.
Yeah, let's get in.
We'll get in that real quick, and then we're gonna end this. You mentioned Mahomes is the truth.
The truth.
Who was the truth last year in the NFL?
In the NFL,
I can tell you.
man, it was probably Carson Wentz before he went down.
Nope.
I mean, I guess if you want to say Tom Brady since he
Nope.
won it all.
Nope.
Who you got?
Deshaun Watson was the truth. He was the next big thing. He's the next badass. What's he doing this year? Ain't shit. Here's what happens. These young, new talents, these new styles, these new badasses,
Yeah.
they're badass for a year.
Yeah.
Then the NFL says, oh, all right, enough with the cuteness. We got ya. We got ya. Mahomes is legit, but let's not
the
jump
brakes.
to he's
Pump
the
the
second
brakes.
coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kansas City is ready to build a fucking statue for this guy today.
They should.
Today.
They should.
Yeah, exactly. Point in case right here.
should.
This guy says yes, they should. Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Right.
I know why. I
So-
get it. I get it.
So, like I told you, I wasn't sold on this guy, but being an athlete myself, I just feel that I can spot talent. You just know it when you see it, right? You just
That it factor.
You just know that it factor, and there's no moment that's ever too big for this dude, man. In the game against
You're right. You're right.
in the game against the Broncos when they were down by 10, I told my wife, I said, this is the point, where I was an Alex Smith fan. And like I told you, I lost my quarterback when Peyton Manning, went to Denver, from the Colts. I was
You
happy,
lost him?
I was happy that he won that.
Yeah.
But when he was open, I was hoping that the Chiefs would have, swiped him up. And they didn't. But, shit. But Patrick Mahomes, I wasn't sold on him. And in that game, when he brought him back, I told my wife, this is the moment when Alex Smith had the opportunity to bring teams back.
Oh yeah.
Will he do it? And he did.
Okay.
Against the Patriots.
Yeah, it was a good game.
He almost did.
He did almost. I mean, that's a valiant effort.
But
A valiant effort.
dude, the real test is going to be when they go to Mexico and play the Rams.
Yeah.
And the Rams have a lot, man, because
I like the Rams in that game.
the Chiefs' defense is a little suspect.
When
right-
is that?
right
when
now.
is a little suspect?
It is.
They're
It is.
they're trash.
They're trash.
They're trash.
They're
Come on,
trash.
let's not beat around it. They're trash.
But the magic of that Mahomes offense, man, and Andy Reid on that side of the ball, like offense has always been able to win games, right? You win
Ask
games
the
in
'85 Bears.
Yeah, you win games in the regular season, and the postseason is going to be the real test when he gets there, right?
Right. You got to have a defense.
You got-
You got to
You
have
got
a
to
defense.
have a defense. But does anybody really have a defense anymore in the NFL? It doesn't really seem like it. Not even the Patriots anymore.
Well,
And they
no,
still
the
find
Patriots.
ways to
No,
win.
the Patriots are the exception.
But we'll see if they get to the AFC Championship game against them again.
Oh, you guys,
I might have to come on your podcast before that game happens.
you're welcome on. We can set it
And
up
we
right
could
now.
We could
I-
talk
let me
about
tell-
that.
We'll mark it in the books
And the
right
kid,
now.
And the kid.
We'll
Against
mark-
the GOAT.
Yes, the books are marked right now. If Kansas City plays New England, you're coming back on the podcast right before that game.
Yes, sir.
All right. Baron, dude, thank you so much for just like not knowing me for anybody, coming on my podcast, hanging out. I really appreciate you.
Thank
and
you.
I think I have a lot to learn from you. And I hope people check you out. Baron drives Fords all over the place, you guys. Get at him. Also, I don't have any reviews on iTunes. Nobody's liked or reviewed or
Ooh,
rated.
iTunes.
Rate and review my shit, you guys.
You're an Apple guy?
It's everywhere. No, the podcast is everywhere. But on iTunes, there's a thing to rate and review it.
Rate them and review them, y'all.
Yeah. I'm out of
Everybody
here.
needs reviews.
You guys, I'm drunk. I'm out of here. Peace out.
They're gonna talk, 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 Neanderthals.